Hello, internet friends, probably. If you can hear my voice, clap in the chat one time. I said in the chat.
Oh.
Get in the chat.
No, you don't have to do it. No.
Hold on.
Unfortunately, Dane is dead.
How?
You know?
How could this happen?
And then this game, we're gonna figure out what happened.
It's a poser.
It's blackjack all over again.
There will be no haiku.
But this time... But this time, I get to take a nap the whole time.
You're dead. You'll be dead.
You're dead.
Zombie Dane.
Here's your knife that doesn't work.
Oh, boy.
Here's your knife that doesn't work.
I tried to get the paper to stick to my face when I came up
for that.
Well, I did lick my paper a couple times.
I said drool, not lick.
Oh, you're right.
Happy Ides of March, everybody.
Happy Eyes of March.
Stab your friends.
Stab your cohort.
Quest and Chaos does not condone stabbing
Yes, we do.
anyone.
We stand by that entirely. Like, not lethally stab your friends, just a little teeny flesh wound.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Just let them know.
Little jab.
Let them know.
you love them.
Keep them in check.
Memento mori.
We are so glad that the few of you that are actually watching this are actually here.
And that you don't listen to us?
And that you, that for some reason
our advice?
you came back after that first thing. You missed. Ren recorded the silliness that we descended into when.
And only the Discord people or the Patreon people.
Join our
It's gonna
Discord.
go on to Discord.
Oh well, there you go. There's a reason to join our Discord, is to see 3 minutes of.
Pure insanity.
Minute Works, Who Can It Be Now?
Yeah, that's true.
Being performed by
Chickens
a
and
chicken
cats.
and a cat
And a dead guy.
and a dead guy.
He did sing while dead.
And there was a mention of procreation, but in a strange
But
way.
we're not gonna talk about it.
The dead guy was going with kind of a Herb Albert Tijuana Brass vibe.
So hi everyone, welcome back to whatever this is.
Quest and Cthulhu.
Yes.
Chaos. It's chaos. It's
Yeah,
all
but
chaos.
it's Ezra's way of saying it.
There you go.
Branding. We don't believe in it.
Printing, we
We don't believe in anything around here.
we are marketing nihilists. Speaking of marketing,
They're good and good for you.
yeah.
Could you?
That tastes not good.
Don't eat the merchandise.
I'll lick.
We have a few box sets of the, not this. We have plenty of these, by the way. We want several of these. They are priced to move. But we have a few box set of the Nord Games Magic Item Compendium, and it's on the website. And that website, it may shock you to learn, is shop.questandchaos.com/ stop coming here.
That might be it.
No, it's probably not. Shop.questandchaos.com, all sorts of stuff there, including every one of these we've signed.
Not everyone. We have sold one.
All right, one person has bought a signed.
And I'm gonna buy one as soon as they go on sale.
Oh,
There you go.
I thought they were on sale and you're
Just
looking
wait for sale, I see.
Will you get the
Well,
Dane's great or the
that was
Dane's okay?
that was a very dark way to remind people that we don't get an employee discount. Oh wait, sorry, the disclaimer's coming across. We are not employees. But a voice from the heavens does say, hey Pooja, use code #chaos for 20% off at checkout. Ooh. We couldn't make the code #Pooja.
We can make the post.
I think it'd be a little weird.
Use Pooja to get 10% off. Or use chaos to get 20% off.
It's one and the same, am I right?
All right, all right, all right.
Sure, whatever you tell yourself.
So
both percents.
head on over to shop.questandchaos.com. We've got stuff from Nord Games. We've got dice trays. We've got decks of inspiration and uninspiration.
You can buy like chunks of my time.
You
Those
give that away
high-
for free.
Yeah,
The decks of
that's true.
uninspiration are fun.
Also, time doesn't exist.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Outside of its own framework.
Right.
Wow.
Welcome to the
Captain
ongoing
Disclaimer.
Welcome to the continual call and response on that one.
I think that's it for the announcements. Yes, that is it for the announcements.
Yay.
So this week we are beginning a flashback. We will be in Constantinople in 330 AD, the era of the Emperor Constantine, who has just defeated 2 other pretenders to the throne, thanks to help from you. good lot.
3:30
You're welcome.
3:30 is a little early for me. Can we do like 6:30? Maybe 7?
That's funny.
Seven's
We-
late, man.
Our Patreons, who are the reason that we can keep doing this,
Patrons.
have very kindly already done that. I didn't do that. That was you.
Antonio. No. I mean, you voice Antonio, so really it's you after all.
We have. I don't want to throw one in there. It's gonna dissolve.
Do it.
It's gonna dissolve if I throw that in there.
Dane has committed the crime.
Unholy concoction.
I would prefer you don't blow up my spot on live television.
Okay, all right.
Well,
you know,
this isn't television.
She's got potion skills. She can do this.
It's true.
That's not a potion.
It's
That is
coffee and
a,
cherry Coke.
Ugh. Well,
Listen.
It doesn't taste
I am
good.
listening.
I have attention deficit disorder. I'm allowed.
You can only blame your broken brain for so much.
Why would you inflict it upon
Yeah,
me,
it's
though?
ableist.
Well, that's
They
wait,
can
is that why it's
entertain.
only half of each?
I forgot.
I should put in some coke. No, what was I doing?
I inflicted it upon you because you asked.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
I asked you what it tasted like, and you were supposed to tell me. And then you held it up to me. It smelled terrible. And then I was like, "Well, what does it taste like?" And you kept.
Then I
pushing
shoved it down
Yeah, and
your
then you
throat.
started like beating me and saying, "Drink
What
it."
are
drink it
our
or
bits?
else."
Tell
You
us
know
about
what's
the
amazing?
bits.
Most of this like 20-minute thing is not my fault.
Yeah, I think it's.
or
it's-
I did drink it of my own free will. Because you
You
never
guys
know
are
until
going.
you try it.
So
Rein us in.
from
Ezra.
last week, I don't want to do that. From last week, Duke Fleeg, the Fleeg bomb
Fleeg bomb.
that fell. We have 3 bits still left over.
Hashtag Field of Fleeg.
Oh, I was gonna try the plinko of like
Happy
the
Ides
bounce.
of March. You're
I'm
great.
using my grace as a.
Oh man, 3 tinks though. I got 3
You got
tinks.
takes. You got takes.
I, thanks to my buddy Cheese,
Oh boy, Cheese, what are you doing over here?
I
Get
have
rain.
6 cheese bombs.
Cheesecake, you're fried.
Oh.
Thank you.
I like
Che-
it.
I see what you did there. That was really tied it
Second
all
highest
together.
form of comedy.
But we have from Shadow Child, I believe a first-time giver.
I haven't heard that name before.
I have.
Thomas.
Google Doc.
I just have a
Thomas
terrible,
says
I have a
first
terrible
time.
memory.
Oh, that's okay.
First,
No. Yeah, I thought Shadow's
Thomas
been in
is
the
giving us
chat
a very
before.
mixed
Well,
message.
because Shadow
No?
Child is
Yes.
a cool name, so I
Yeah.
remember it.
Oh, okay.
I remember
well,
Shadow. Thanks, Shadow.
Regardless,
Thank you.
Shadow Child, longtime patron. I know him well. Salt of the earth. I've always said it.
Kiss, kiss. Thank you.
Shadow Child has 2 bits to the Scooby games,
That's us.
which I'm guessing is y'all.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Oop. Oop.
Oh,
Got a little
You're,
defense there.
didn't
your
catch
game's
any of
off
that.
tonight.
but I'm hitting the cup every time.
Yeah,
We're getting tanks.
but we didn't get it in.
That's true. What? Wait. Moving on.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
I've played horseshoes.
And Coke and coffee is terrible.
And
Don't
really?
do
Yeah,
it.
well, cherry Coke.
It's
and
what's
coffee
the
is
difference?
different.
Close counts in bocce.
Cherry flavor.
Close counts in lawn darts. Close counts in curling. Close counts in a bunch of different.
Relationships.
No.
I'd have to ask Rachel.
You're hanging in there. You're hanging in there, bud.
It's okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Everything's fine.
Our schedule, we mentioned this last time, but we've firmed up the numbers. Our schedule is going to be a little shaky moving forward for March and April. Partly my fault, mostly everybody else's fault, let's be clear. We're going to be off next week because I will be,
Dying at a gala.
well, actually, I'll have died. I think. Or no, that's the Saturday before. So instead, I'll be cursing the fact that nobody has turned in their names for their name badges, and so I have to like do 1,000
them
name
down.
badges in 2 days.
Oh.
That's what I'll be cursing. Because my president wants stupid pre-printed name badges.
Have you tried screaming at
They're
him?
legible then.
So we will be off next week, but then we'll be back on March 29th. We will be diminished because Ren will not be with us. Ren will be conducting a medical experiment. They're actually sealing her into a cryogenic chamber.
Oh.
Are you doing Idiocracy?
I'm going to Phoenix for a Dark Ones party.
doing
So
Idiocracy?
kind of.
Yes, fair point. Yeah. So we will be missing Ren, but we're going to run on the 29th, and then we will be off for basically a month. We'll be back on April 26th. But we do have one more show in this studio coming up. Want to give a big shout out to our friends at the Redacted Reports because in a couple days, actually, we have next Wednesday.
It'll be this upcoming Wednesday.
Yeah.
It is remote, so we will not physically be in
all
this
right.
space, but we will still be on this channel.
Okay, so they didn't care enough to actually come here this time.
Boy.
Dan works in medical stuff, and this is a rough time of year for him.
There we go. But maybe if you Patreons would punch it
You
up
just
a little,
punch it
you
up
know.
a little bit, Patreons.
But so Wednesday, look for the talk back for season, what is this, 37?
8.
Season 8.
Lucky number.
Oh yeah, that's your lucky
someone.
You know, at a certain point, they're really just like they're just stringing it out until they get the movie. That's really what.
I would watch that.
Remember, only the even seasons are good. That's the rule.
I can't find my hair tie.
I ate it. It was delicious.
Oh, where is my hairbrush?
What did you put?
There it is. It's on the ground.
Did that happen when you were murdered?
Found it.
Did that happen when you were murdered?
Yeah, probably.
So Wednesday, Redacted Reports talk back. Then we go Saturday. Then we're off until April 26th, when hopefully we're back for a good long run until we all start summering in the Maldives.
God, I love the Maldives
Everyone loves the Maldives.
and their salads.
What was the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. place? Tahiti? It's a magical place. There was like they had this whole thing like every time.
I'm sorry, I only know shows from the 70s.
Oh, all right. Well, in Electro Woman and Dinah Girl,
We're waiting for
no, there was a thing in like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where
believe you.
what's his name, Coulson, died and was brought back,
he's making
but in his head they made him think he went to Tahiti.
Oh, it's a
and so
magical place.
he had this. Yeah, that was his weird hypnotic response that he would always say.
It's a magical place.
Anytime somebody said Tahiti, he would say it's a magical place.
You're actually about to come up on the point in the Redacted Reports where we make that joke.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Good to know.
I'm listening to that show right
He
now.
is.
Oh,
He's
is
almost
it an
all
odd or an even season?
Yes.
3. He's in season
Oh,
3.
yeah.
Every
Odd.
season is odd with the redacted
I see
report.
what you did there.
Whoa!
It's true.
That was an old joke about the Star Trek movies, that only the even ones were good.
It's true.
Star Trek 3's okay.
And Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest is
God,
amazing.
what a great movie.
Galaxy Quest is neither. It is. I mean,
I'm sorry?
it is not a
What?
Star Trek movie.
Come again?
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty sure
it kind of is.
It is a wonder. It evokes Star Trek in all the right ways.
It is a spiritual Star Trek movie.
Apparently, Patrick Stewart was persuaded to watch it after they were like, no, this is definitely a love letter to both Star Trek and Comic-Cons.
I like one of those things.
I like both of those things.
Comic Cons.
They're great.
I like things.
It's a lot of people. A lot of.
Pooch is just not talking. Pooch is like, I want to play the game.
This is the
please.
longest that Pooch has been quiet in a hot minute.
It's almost like they've been jinxed. Boom, boom, boom. I found my hair
Have you?
tie.
No.
Let's go.
All right. There's the schedule. Thank you, and don't forget Patreons. Hang around after the show because I don't know if we have anything left to talk about that is non-game
Patreons.
related because we've blown it all here.
Just
But I'm
gabbing.
sure Nick will think of something about a Rogers
We'll
and
do a
Hammerstein.
chicken Oklahoma rendition. It's gonna blow your socks off.
Okla chicken.
Baklahoma.
Baklava.
Baklava.
Baklava. Yeah.
That could be
So
something there.
last episode we wrapped up our time in the great the great empire of the Serbs and Croats.
Did we leave? I feel like.
Yeah, you're
got
on
on
the
the
train.
train.
Yeah,
we
but
got
we're
out
going to
of Dodge.
Belgrade and Sofia next. Is that a different kingdom?
Oh, great question.
I feel like we're
I'm
still
going to
there.
punt on that question
Yeah.
until I
Pass it down.
Pass it down. You look it up right now.
I don't have to know that for weeks.
Possibly a whole
But
lot.
we left Vinkovci.
Yes, you left Vinkovci and you were reading the account of Tilius Corvus, a scroll in Latin that was the tale of an elite group of Roman auxiliary soldiers on the verge of retirement as they set out for their final mission, serving under their commander, Tilius Corvus.
One last job.
Yep.
There's no way this could go wrong.
Ended wonderfully for them. Happily ever after.
I got my tavern.
I mean, I guess there's a point in doing a recap of the last episode. Yeah, we've gone long enough.
Everybody's doing great.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
I just saw Thomas sigh, like a deep, satisfied sigh. That was amazing.
It's because he finally installed OBS.
Or he ate a really good
He wrote
Dorito.
recap up there.
I think it's a good
And he's
Dorito.
heightening recap. Thomas wants a recap.
Okay.
Thomas demands
That is getting
a
bigger.
recap.
Who wants to do it?
We're getting closer. We're getting closer.
I wish y'all could see it. It's really funny.
Or that is a word puzzle and he wants a caper. Or he wants an Indiana Pacer.
I showed up on a horse
With a lizard on your shoulder.
with a lizard on my shoulder who was giving me snark. Came in, saw the dead lady that was on the ground. We searched the house. What did we find in the house?
We found the paper that had the building permits for the
The compound.
compound.
Okay, so we found the plans for the compound.
Got attacked.
We got attacked. Mr. B showed up. The people who attacked us did some spelling. They spelled it up.
Yep,
I
and-
spelled back.
And
You
then
did a counter spell.
And then got knocked out.
But we got up again. Ain't never gonna keep us down.
This in the night way.
Me and the lady went with Mr. B, and then you guys came up behind us, and then Mr. B,
And then you cast a spell on Mr. B
by accident,
and
I
murdered him.
Yeah.
And you realize that time is not
murdered him.
objectively true outside of its own framework.
He murdered him instead of other people.
Yeah, Erna really
Erna
wanted
be a
to
little
murder
upset.
Mr. B, and I wanted to have a time-released spell if we needed to neutralize him, and I neutralized him immediately. And then everyone got really
Almost like magic is not yours to control.
and then everyone got mad at me.
I wasn't that mad at you.
I know.
You're mostly mad that you didn't get to do it.
Yeah.
Who could stay mad at that, Punim?
We infiltrated the compound. There were a bunch of chimera people.
Chimera people, I like that.
And
That's true.
we went in there, and the good doctor had a big old knife, big old magic knife.
Charlie fixed that.
And then Charlie fixed that, and then he was no longer the good doctor, he was a dead doctor. And I took the knife.
The only good doctor.
Oh my
He was a
God.
surgeon, really.
And then I took the knife, because this is my
that the
version
knife, Yes.
of the knife, and put a. I got shot in the arm and put a gorilla arm on my arm.
Bear arm.
Bear arm on my arm.
Get it right.
So you can get bear hugs.
We let a dude go who was going to be used for parts. And we killed the rest of the animal people.
the ones that we
We
found.
lit the compound on fire.
We lit
Yeah.
the compound.
Or rather, Charlie lit
Fire.
the compound on fire.
Look, fire solves everything.
Yeah. And
It creates more problems.
Then
But
we
those
got
are different problems.
back on the train.
That's pretty close too. Yes.
Pretty close too.
You had a sort of sleepless night at the hostel before you got on the train in the morning,
Okay.
and then you got to listen to Erna as she told you the story of these not at all doomed.
Erna.
Battle,
us a story.
Okay. They lived happily ever after.
Don't start at the end. We all know it's going to end that way. Hashtag spoilers.
There's a
Erna's editing in real time.
there's a whole weird school of German humor that is based on the fact that because of its grammatical structure, many German sentences have the verb at the end. And so you don't know, like, you're like, what did the dog do to the man? And you know, we'll find out, at the end. And so anytime I'm reading German, I have to read it like 2 or 3 times because you read it once just for comprehension, and then you're like trying to meld it in. But yes, I don't think Latin does that, if I recall, because the conjugation happens, the conjugation affects the spelling of the verb, not its placement in the sentence.
I'm glad we're covering this because I don't know if I could play. if that was
This is my favorite part of RPGs.
I mean, that's how Russian is too. The verb gets conjugated, not moved.
If only we had somebody who knew Latin.
So, it is 3...
Grumpy sound.
I feel like the world was just inflicted upon me.
world inflicted on me again.
It is 330 AD, the era of the Emperor Constantine. It is a beautiful day in the city of Nova Roma, Constantine's new capital, which is due to be rolled out to the world in mere weeks. There's going to be they call it a commencement ceremony.
Right about when we retire.
Yes. And helping to rough up the construction crews so they continue to work, but also break up fights among the construction crews who have all essentially formed rival gangs. We
Wow,
have
nothing has changed in 2,000 years.
Yeah. We have a number of soldiers in town, and you all are part of an elite unit of what are you?
Falconones.
You are auxiliary troops.
Oh, okay.
So you are not legionnaires. And you are auxiliary troops, but you are an elite group called the Fortes Falcones.
And we all have falcons.
Yeah. Can we do every time he says Falcones, we go, "Ka"? Can we
No,
do
let's
that?
just do the caw.
Yeah, let's just do the
No, but I
caw.
like the. Okay.
Claps are too sharp on these microphones.
Oh yeah. No, that's a really good point. Okay, every time he says Falcones, we all have
Just
to go.
screech.
Yeah. You know what's better on the microphone? Caw!
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you do it.
Yeah, more dulcet tones, Ezra.
Caw.
Thank you.
That was lovely.
Oh, Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
So you are all
We're bad people.
yes.
You never doubted.
You're the worst of all.
Which makes me the best
Yeah, that's
at being the worst.
You are all in town, as I said, guarding, but also breaking up a lot of fights between very bored construction people. There are thousands of workers trying to finish massive public works, or at least get them finished enough that they look finished in time. Actually, when I went to Istanbul, one of the big things that you can see there is like the fake stuff they made for that still exists. Like
Oh, really?
they're like, look at this arch that was supposed to last a year and is now stood.
You know, is it fake if it lasted
Yeah.
that long?
That's true. That's true.
Too damn good.
Fake it till you make it.
That's right. So
1,000 years.
there is work going on all over. The city changes every day. Buildings pop up, streets widen, streets disappear. The defenses are constantly being monitored. Constantinople has the very defensible position of it's an isthmus. So it's the end of a peninsula basically, and they've walled the only land entry. So the only way to really assault the city is by sea. But
And no one will ever do that.
The sea is perfectly safe. There's nothing bad in it.
well, but it also means you can't be besieged because you can be, especially here because you have the Black Sea and the Mediterranean that are connected by the straits, by the Bosporus, and so
Yeah. I feel offended somehow. That's right. Eyes narrow.
so you have been stationed here for 6 years.
Jesus.
6 years?
Yes, this is the longest you've been posted in one place for the 15 odd years most of you have served under Constantine's banner.
Since my early 40s.
Soldiering is a young man's game, and youth is far behind you. Once the building is done and Nova Roma is officially opened, you will be honorably discharged from the Fortes Falcones. This highly decorated... Boy, everybody left Dale hanging there.
Yeah, Dale got hung out.
I forgot.
I
He
yeah.
was drinking coffee.
We're letting him talk.
We had an agreement.
I thought we were gonna stagger them.
Nope.
Be extra
No,
annoying.
I said everybody at once.
You
Nick.
said
I said
that.
everything.
But I
everybody
heard
at
what
once,
I wanted
Nick.
to hear.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ezra.
Are we making this hard for you?
Yeah, no. This is why we're going to be 4 episodes in this thing. So this group has been your family for 15 years. Most of you have very little else. Some of you would go back home every once in a while when you had relief, but for the most part, this has been your crew.
Army's my home.
As young men, you invaded Italy to fight Maximinus, and you spent your prime years fighting Licinius, both of them pretenders to the throne, to the...
You said Italy didn't exist yet. That's what you told me.
Well, I mean, Italy is a province of... Italia, pardon me, is a province of the Roman Empire.
Yeah, know your history.
I don't.
When was the last time you thought about the Roman Empire?
Like, I don't know.
Every day.
Every day, every hour.
I do think about the Roman Empire.
I know you do.
It's pretty cool.
You're in your 50s.
Oh, hey.
Either that or the Civil War. I'm sorry.
I don't think about the Civil War much.
So,
World War II?
good choice.
No, I don't think about World War II much either.
Okay, just random.
Although the excellent Mike Duncan podcast, History of Rome, really helped me think about the Roman Empire.
Good.
It is fantastic. So now you're just kind of bored. This is, I mean, and boredom is actually good for soldiers. You know, you are pretty happy about this. So
Chances of dying? Very low.
Very low.
Yeah.
And we're all gonna retire really soon.
This is actually
Soon as
going to work
possible.
out really well for us. I feel like we're all going to live happily ever
Yeah,
after.
I think this is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a happily
You know,
ever
I've
after coming.
I've watched you boys grow up from just knee high to a grass.
Oh man, stop it.
And
So-
I can't be prouder of
Dane
progress. Yes?
is playing Galerius Evodus. He is the senior officer
Just
of
call
the
me the
Fortis.
old man.
And indeed they do. Galerius is the second in charge. What is something you remember about your commanding officer, Tilius Corvus?
Like just any
I mean,
kind of...
is it something he did in a fight? Is it something he said to you once?
I'll say that he noticed during a battle that one of our newer recruits lost his helmet, and he gave the kid his helmet
Oh, look at that. Okay.
to use, not like forever.
Yeah. Borrow.
I want
not
that back,
yours.
kid.
He
I said you could borrow it.
He said, yeah, he said that.
Yeah.
Well, he said it in like a cool way, like I expect that back, as
Yeah,
in,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna live through this.
Yeah.
I see.
And in Latin.
And in Latin.
said
Assume
it.
that everything we're saying is
Can-
in
just-
Latin.
And then a falcon swoop in.
My fault.
Didn't say Falcone.
And
It would be epic for the scene.
That's true.
because the Roman Empire was just as racist as you think it was,
Sure.
the other Roman character in this crew is the medic, Asinius Revila.
So,
Boy, Asinius, just hanging out, brooding.
originally from Hispania.
Yeah.
Joined up when I was 20. Been in for 22 years.
And which one of these characters have you patched up the most?
I mean, I've been around him long enough that it really is Sanillis that
You know, that bum knee is actually working because of you.
you know what? Glad to keep you moving forward. He has this nasty habit of getting in with the recruits and forgetting that they're all about 30 years younger than he is. All of them.
When you're in this man's army, you give your all.
Yep. And then you end up on my bench.
By this man, of course, you mean the Emperor.
That's right.
We have two also non-Roman citizens who are earning their citizenship through
They're our
service.
siblings. Shut up.
That's Dane booing non-Roman citizens.
That's Dane's
Dane.
opinion
That's my
about
personal
non-Roman
opinion.
citizens.
Not the opinions shared by Question Chaos.
Dane just watched Starship Troopers. And it's like, you know,
Service.
citizenship requires service.
Still have not seen that.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's very good as long as you are smart enough to know it's satire and not dumb enough to be like, this movie's got some good points.
This movie has some really great
I mean, it's that and Fight Club, and there's a lot of things that are like, hi,
hoorah.
let me hold up a mirror, and everyone's like, I want to be like that.
That looks good.
No.
More of it, please.
We don't talk about Fight Club here.
That's the first rule. Yeah.
actually.
I've never heard that joke.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Anyway.
Starting with the scout, Belisir of Tihama.
Yeah, my name is Belisir. I'm swarthy and scruffy, and I have a few missing teeth. and I'm better with animals than people.
Ah.
And I have a falcon.
When did you lose your falcon?
No, he has to say Falcon.
I haven't lost him. He's just out hunting, and he'll be back any minute.
My parents said he went to
took
a
him upstate.
farm.
He's picking up
living on a
cigarettes,
farm.
and he's gonna be right back.
Cigarettes.
I wish people would stop bringing it up.
He's getting some milk.
He's
It's
coming back.
It's okay, Belle. It's okay. He's
It's
coming
just
back.
people keep
Belle,
bringing it
it's gonna
up.
be okay.
Thank you, thanks, old man.
problem.
And I have a sweetheart that doesn't necessarily know that we're sweethearts yet. But
In Canadius.
I've been hunting. She's real, okay? God, why is everyone so mean?
Sure, the butcher's like a butcher has a daughter. Come
I
on.
love that reciprocation is just stalking.
It's okay. So I
Not in
hunt.
this day and age.
I hunt for her dad,
Oh. Yeah,
And-
no, that's real love then.
Yeah.
and then when I retire,
I'll have
you
a
know,
dowry, and she will be mine.
It's gonna happen
Yeah.
when I retire, which I will do very
Yeah.
soon.
We all
Middle of the
will.
night, you stand outside of her door and you start serenading her loudly as you can.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll hide in the bushes and whisper words.
Whatever y'all say, because you're so good with people.
Yeah, I am very good with people.
Yeah.
We flash to the scene of you standing outside of her window. She's like, "Oh, I thought there was going to be a falcon."
He'll be back very soon, but instead of a falcon, I am a falconess.
My love is like a raptor.
My love is like a raptor.
Your heart, a mouse.
Your heart, a mouse.
Yep.
A juicy mouse.
Yep, this
A
is definitely
juicy-
going to be 4 sessions.
Mouse. Was that good?
Yeah, that was great. I'm really proud of
Do
you.
you love me yet?
Yes.
I don't know why I have tween energy, but we're sticking with
We're
it.
sticking with
Wow.
I'm
Love-
40. I'm 42.
Justin Belisir over here.
I can't follow that. How am I supposed to follow that?
Go ahead.
No.
And our last, the
I'm here
spearman,
too.
Dominaeus. Oh, Dominaeus.
Yeah, rock me. Hey, rock me. Hey, rock me. Hey. Dominaeus.
Is this why I drill all the time?
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Yeah.
like I'm gonna go sharpen my spear.
They're talking about the falcon again.
I'm gonna go polish my armor. I'm gonna do something useful.
That Dominaeus, he's a good soldier. He's always sharpening his spear.
He's very focused.
He's so focused.
Yeah.
He looks
That's
so
how you
young.
don't get injured. No, people say that. But
You know, when we're out on the battlefield, he'll have his shield up and I'll say, "Block me, Dominaeus." And he will.
and I will.
I may have to kill some of them.
You may have to kill some of us early, is what
Yes.
you mean.
So what's
We've
your
got
deal?
backup characters.
What's your deal,
we
Dominaeus?
do have backup
Oh,
characters.
that's pretty much it. I'm a straight arrow.
You're straight out.
Do you ever follow people at
Incredibly boring.
Do you
is
follow
my-
people at night? Like me? Would you ever stalk me, Amadeus?
I can see it coming. I can see the light in the tunnel.
early to
But
rise.
you can't make it stop.
And it's a train.
Just don't make fun of me, okay, Dominaeus? I don't want to be mocked. Don't mock me, Amadeus.
Of course, it's a train. What campaign are we playing?
True. It's true. So we're going to be playing Cthulhu in.
Does he have a question?
Oh, right. Sorry. I got so wrapped
Frank
up.
Sinatra.
Okay.
No, what's the question?
Sinatras.
Sinatra.
Sinatra's my favorite.
Frankus Sinatras.
Oh, he's a bard. Yeah, he's great.
How do you say I did
Legendary.
it my way in Latin?
Where's Lady Bedivere when we need her?
That's what I said. I was like, why did we start this one when she's not here? We need the yelling of Latin from the other room.
You know, usually in Call of Cthulhu, that's a concern. When you hear Latin being yelled in the other room, something's coming.
Sanity check.
I mean, Lady Bedivere yelling Latin. There probably is something being summoned.
Yeah, right, that's
Yeah,
true.
probably,
That's
yeah.
true. So what are you gonna do when they all retire?
Because you're BB.
I've had my fill of that. I'm trying to get a non-combat position. I'm pushing to get some like
Analyst.
administrative. I mean, I don't know how to
Desk
write
job?
yet, so it's gonna be. But I've got a good head on my shoulders.
Scuba instructor.
I'm gonna do fine. I'm gonna be okay. I have a feeling.
I'm counting the days.
Accountant.
Yeah.
You'll be an accountant.
Oh, you can
Do
account.
some accounting
2 days? Are
roles.
you sure? You wouldn't lie about that. 2 days for retirement? You're not messing with me.
Listen, we've put in our work. The Emperor's going to reward us.
Because you deserve
We-
to retire as soon as possible.
I deserve to retire, as do all you boys. You've done great work here.
You're just saying that because they finally caught you with that retirement paperwork.
Yeah, you know it,
I do.
SNES.
The men of the Fortes Falcones are
Come on, where was your cough? Come on, give us a little cough.
caught
Give us
me
a
by
little cough.
surprise.
Little cough. There we go. Thank you. Little baby falcon.
yeah, little baby falcon, are hardened veterans of many battles.
So many.
As young men, you were part of Constantine's small army, which invaded, and you fought at the battle with distinction at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, where Constantine defeated Maximinus Daza. You fought for Constantine from 314 to 324
Love that guy.
during his long campaign against Licinius. You played a key role in the Battle of Chrysopolis, where Constantine defeated Licinius to become the sole ruler of the Roman Empire.
Damn.
You are scheduled to retire shortly after Nova Roma's commencement ceremony in weeks.
Counting the days.
After a life spent in arms, these men seem to be reaching old age in a peaceful and unified empire. And for you history buffs, retirement in the Legion meant you got a plot of land somewhere. They would give you a plot, and then you would go off and become a farmer. And that was why so many people joined the army, was because that was how they could get land.
Ezra, I have a request for chat real quick.
Oh, no.
Can I get a verb and a noun, please?
Oh, we're getting some.
Just
we're getting some
one verb
improv.
and one noun.
Later on, he's gonna ask for a place and a job that
Now,
people
is this for the haiku or is this for?
We'll find out.
improv haikus.
I will be asking you for the first verb and first noun. No, the third verb.
What?
He's doing a Mad Lib.
Just give me a verb and a noun from the chat, if you would.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Continue.
Your commander is Tribuni Comites, which is a senior commander, Tilius Corvus. He's been with you for years.
Great man.
He has faced death dozens of times, as have you all. And you have all seen countless friends die.
I'm tired of it.
Tilius Corvus always took it the hardest, and he always fought the hardest at your sides and protected your backs. That helmet story is not an isolated incident at all.
He's always giving away his armor.
We're like,
Yes.
keep your armor.
It is
Come on,
Over the
man.
bridge, he went in there just butt naked.
Yes. it
No
is
weapons, nothing.
Something of a problem.
When the enemy saw him, they scattered.
One thing that you especially have noticed
Of course.
is that just recently he stopped cutting his hair. He's
getting
letting
shaggy.
it grow.
He's gonna start a hair metal band.
He's gonna start a hair metal band.
That's what he's doing.
That news.
For as long as you've known him, his hair has been has been a non-changing buzz cut,
Right.
but
Just
it's
real short
starting
crop.
to grow out. We've got a verb of fight
Fight.
and a noun of quack.
Quack!
Quack.
Quack?
Club.
Quack!
Okay, that's a noun?
Yes.
Well,
the
a
quack.
It is a sound that is made.
Okay, great.
Quack.
That is one of those that can be both a verb and a noun.
Thank you.
You also, you would never say this to his face, but you've also noticed that he's been spending time with Lady Eudocia, a wealthy widow with 2 sons.
Oh, good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. He needs something. Something in his life besides this army.
What's her deal?
She's great. I'm really happy for him.
She's
Like cool? Is she cool?
Is she cool?
I mean, he thinks so, obviously.
But like,
he won't, he will not.
is she a bad influence on him?
He has good work-life
look at his hair.
balance.
Yeah, he's grown out his hair, which is.
Maybe she likes it that way. Maybe she's asked.
And she's got 2 stepkids, or 2 kids.
2 kids.
2 kids.
She's a widow
She's a widow.
with 2 sons. So you are in various areas. You're all around the city, guarding and breaking up fights and keeping order among these construction crews. It is March 12th, 330 AD. And the grand commencement is scheduled for the 2nd of April.
It's so far away.
So that's
Could've
too
been-
far away.
Could have been the first.
They should have
Wouldn't
made
that
it the
been-
first.
Wouldn't that have been kinda
Well,
cool?
everyone is like, it was supposed to be earlier. It's been pushed back twice.
Keep
and the
pushing it back.
emperor
They better not push it back again.
Well, the emperor himself has said it will not push back any further.
And he wouldn't lie to us.
Yeah.
It's these construction crews. They just keep punching each other in the face.
We need to start punching them.
And then we
And they make the fake arches too well.
too well.
It's like
Yeah.
it's
They're
fake.
putting
You
too
don't
much
need,
time into it.
It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be that well made.
like what, 1,000 years that they need to stand up? No, 1 year. Come on.
It's just for show. Gosh.
I mean, but you got to appreciate
You
them.
gotta appreciate the craft.
the craftsmanship is
Craftsmanship
very
is
important,
great.
but
yeah. No, it's impressive. It's
Solid workmanship, craftsmanship.
impressive.
Yeah.
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 How
So,
many ships?
Domineus,
Yes.
you are watching a crew that is working on one of the stands of the Hippodrome.
A real stand or a fake stand?
This is a real stand.
Real stand, okay.
These will actually be senators' boxes. So
I wish they were fake stands. But
they
go
are,
on.
They are real. And you're incredibly bored because this crew pretty well behaved, actually working at a pretty good clip. So you're just sort of like finding some shade to relax in,
Yeah.
and you hear the voice of Tilius Corvus. Attention.
Oh, yeah, up. I'm up.
He and then he sort of smiles as he was. He says, "Grab your kit, follow me. We've got work to do."
Yes, sir.
Good role play, guys.
That was,
was
to
really
the point,
good.
succinct,
That was
and character.
super good.
Asinius,
Yes.
you
Coming off. Very
are in the
patronizing.
forum, which is weirdly already operating as it's being built. There are already shops of every kind you can imagine that are in various states of the buildings being built as people are selling things, especially the food vendors.
Commerce waits for no one.
There are the first thing that was put in were huge clay vats that are daily filled with soup, and that is Roman fast food. They have them all over where people would walk by, and most Roman apartments didn't have a kitchen, so they ate. They would go to these places and get food to go.
That's cool.
But so they are very busy. It is super crowded. There are workers everywhere. This place is chaos. You and several other really bored soldiers are pretending like you're caring about what the groups are doing, but really you're not. And you see Tilius Corvus coming with Domineus. Everyone kind of gives Domineus a berth because his spear is about a head taller than like all of the other people. It is a stabbing spear, but it's a good length. And so when they see it coming,
You don't get hurt.
they're just like the seas tend to part, and Tilius will just see you and point.
Snap to attention and follow him.
Get your kit, follow me. We've got a job to do.
Yes, sir.
Galerius,
Good role play.
you
Really sold it.
Yeah.
Good role play.
I'm gonna throw all of you out of the car as it's moving.
They did it to me.
you are the farthest out of town. You are at the Constantine's Wall.
Oh.
It is the new huge wall that is being built. About half a mile in is the Severian Wall, the initial wall of the city. It is under construction. It will not be done by the time that this is going on. And you are running roughshod over a bunch of these are slaves. These are not construction crews.
Oh, thanks, Ezra.
Who are
You
pulling.
should feel bad about yourself. I mean, your character should feel bad about yourself. Dane should love this.
Oh God.
I mean, the Roman Empire was built on slavery.
True.
This is for the oh god, you see those like so
No.
you see all these things where they're like the Roman baths were glories of engineering and they were all this stuff, and the picture that they show is always like, here's all the nice people swimming. Hey, what's that guy underground shoveling coal doing? You know, like this marvel of engineering.
Yeah.
Not at all built on the backs of people's terrible lives.
Lung.
But you like with that old soldier radar,
Yeah.
almost like feel them coming before they come, and you see Corvus, and he again will motion you over,
Yes, sir.
and make me a oh god, what's it called? Insight. Make me an insight roll.
I didn't even have my
Oh,
dice
that
out.
the
sounds like
As the
another
second in
game.
command, you get to make this roll.
38 out of 75.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So,
are insightful.
You know this man. You know Tilius Corvus. He is annoyed. Now he's doubly annoyed.
Get it all out? You good?
I want to burp again.
Why
but I can't.
why do I smell coffee and cherry coke?
Oh, that was so bad.
He's annoyed, but he's also like confused.
Sir, is everything fine?
We have a mission. We are to report to the Curia. Now, you would know that's weird because the Curia is essentially the head of government. And that's not normally where you guys go.
We in trouble for something, sir?
No, I've just been told that we have a mission. Grab your kit.
Yes, sir.
You are actually working at the Curia. The Curia is going to be the new head of you're just like leaning against.
There's a lot of people here. I feel uncomfortable.
My Falcon comes back. I'm not gonna like this.
That was gonna be so scary.
I'm
So
indoors.
many people.
The reason why he's not back yet, because I keep getting stationed at the people places.
It's okay. He's watching you from afar. You know he's circling up. He's one of them. One of them. Oh, that's a vulture. Never mind.
It's a seagull.
All right, so I'm looking uncomfortable.
Yeah, and the Curia, like, the workers here are definitely minding their P's and Q's. There's a lot more discipline here because senators come by, so there's a lot less, like, let's joke around and have a good time and let's just shut up and work. You see this whole coterie come up, and along the way, Corvus you both are also, he's talking with Galerius. I believe we're going to be sent out of the city.
Oh, thank God. This place is terrible.
Well,
So frustrating.
there are rumors of plague,
Oh.
and
Oh, by the gods.
we are to ascertain the truth of these rumors.
We're investigating plague.
Yes, we're going to see if someone is lying, then we're going to handle it. But if things are really as bad as they say, we're going to let them know here, and they'll send a real response.
Understood. Important mission for the Empire.
Yeah. Belisir, fall in.
Yes, sir.
So you march through the Curia.
Good job.
Thank you.
I felt that.
Good role play. Good role play.
Thanks.
And he says, I'm having each of you I'm having a horse brought for each of you.
Yes, sir.
And he says, and I've called in 2 other men, and they'll be standing in front of a large bronze door. Is one person you know, a massive Greek man called the Bear, Nabadius, who is famous for his prowess at hand-to-hand combat. He espouses the use of weapons.
Eschews the use of weapons?
He eschews. That's right. He's
really
like
into him.
he
loves to use
to
weapons.
truly defeat a man, you must touch a man.
That's what I've heard.
I'll greet him in Greek as we approach.
As will I.
He's very happy about that. He is.
Belsier's thinking of some old flames.
He is. He is not the most disciplined soldier, but he's a lot of fun. And the other guy is a very disciplined soldier, a Lawrence, a Goth, who is legendary for his use of the Gothic 2-handed sword, which a very un-Roman weapon.
What a goth.
He is a barbarian.
Works though.
So goth.
What a cough.
And
That eyeliner is just winged.
You know
Winged
how
out
he's
the wazoo.
disciplined?
Wings.
He doesn't try to fight people hand to hand. I'm just saying.
the
There's some pragmatism.
and like as you come up, the Greek is like saying to Lawrence, he's like, "Why they do this? I just want to drink. This is why I'm here, not to go wandering around. Nabadius rides no horse."
You will. If the Emperor requires you to, you'll be riding horse.
Yeah.
And tighten up that skirt.
Yeah, you tighten up my skirt,
I don't think you're allowed to say that to me.
You definitely outrank him.
Yeah.
He does not seem to care.
Tighten up your skirt.
Oh, I get right on that. Oh, he's tight now.
Boss, we've talked about this. Maybe try not to give orders that won't be
Yeah,
obeyed.
right. Yeah. No, you're right.
An aide comes out, and he will say, "Tribune, enter," and you all go into. He goes into a room, and you're standing out there, and the aide sort of is pretending like he doesn't see you. And behind you, you hear Nabadius making up a song on the spot about how tight his skirt is.
Well, he's a lot of fun anyway.
Can outdrink 4 men,
Yeah. Yeah.
much to his chagrin the following day.
You must have really high con.
I what?
I keep accidentally making eye contact with the aide.
The aide is like staring as not at anyone as he can.
And yet somehow...
The 2 most awkward people in the world.
There's so many people in this room.
A few minutes later, the door opens and Corvus says, he looks super confused and like a little worried, and he says, all of you come in. The Magister Militum will address us all. The Magister Militum is the head of armed forces in Constant. It's like you just got told the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff will speak with you. You know,
I'd like to make a
What the fuck roll?
pretty intense look at the bear. That I mean it. He needs to I gotta remember.
I think it's an intimidate. I think it
Intimidate?
is I will actually hurt you if you.
I can also persuade.
Whichever you prefer.
I prefer persuade.
Okay, yeah, do it.
So I'm gonna come up to him and beckon him to his ear.
Yeah.
And just talk about we're all gonna get out of here sooner if we can impress this person, and I know that we're all anxious to get out of here. So let's do this thing, impress this guy, and get the hell out.
Let's see how you do.
78 out of
Oh no.
85.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He says,
Persuasive.
I just wanted to flex a little.
Yeah.
I wish it was a critical fumble, though.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
Nabadius hears, old man. Nabadius understand. Nabadius will be quiet.
And also put on a shirt.
A red shirt.
Why? Nabadius, this to be proud.
I will catch Bellatar real quick and be like, here, and help adjust a couple pieces of the.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'd like everyone to like
No, it's crooked.
Oh, God.
to
Yeah.
be as presentable and in regulation as possible.
Ship.
Y'all are preening me like Tilly. That's what I named my falcon.
Sure you
After
did.
Tilius.
God, I hate that bird.
I just.
What bird? I haven't seen it yet.
Did you kill him?
Yes, Corvus absolutely killed that bird. I say out of character.
yeah. This was out of character. All right, I allow it. Look
Yeah,
awkward.
like do the quick look around
Yeah.
The unit, make sure that we're all in presentable ship shape because we're about to go in front of like.
I put on my old drill instructor attitude
Yeah.
and like,
Tighten up.
yeah.
Straighten up, march
All,
in.
all right, maggots, let's go. Fall in.
So the
It's been
Magister,
so long.
the Magister Militum is surprisingly a younger man. He clearly carries himself with a military bearing, but is a little thick around the middle. He's taken to a desk job.
Is he a Nepo baby?
No, he seems like a good. I mean, he's got, like I said, he's got a military
Yeah.
bearing.
Okay.
But he's definitely been sitting behind a desk for a little too long.
God, that's the work I need to get.
So, a courier arrived a few days ago from the Gillian outpost, a few leagues west of Sardis in the nearby province of Lydia. The man reported that a mysterious illness had broken out in the villages of the area. The sickness is blamed on a satanic cult. The cult must be put down, whether it is actually spreading the plague or not. The unknown illness causes, reputedly, weakness, fever, muscle pain, and a line of sores along the spine. Many of those who contract it die. The commander in charge of Gillian is Centenarius Longinus. He's having difficulties keeping the villagers from fleeing the area, and several of his men have reportedly contracted the illness as well. I need an accurate report on what is going on around the Gillian outpost. If there is a plague, it must be contained. If you determine there is a plague, we will send several thousand men into Lydia and cauterize the infection.
Sad
No
but
one.
necessary.
No one infected is to be allowed to reach Sardis. From Sardis, they could travel anywhere in the Empire. Corvus, you have complete authority in this matter.
Not me.
Once you reach Gillian, you will take command of the outpost. They have a garrison of 100 men. Use them as you see fit. A ship is waiting to take you across the straits to Cyzicus in Mysia, where you will pick up horses and any further supplies you need. You will be provided with papers that will help gain cooperation from any officials, civic or military. But there will be no written orders of this mission. None of you are to speak of this mission, and the word plague must not be uttered outside of these doors.
I'd try and catch Corvus's eye. Just like really? Like, is this really happening? Like, should we be
He
concerned?
just gives you a curt, curt nod.
And then I'll just like scan the rest of the troops and try and give like reassuring looks of like, this is fine. Everything's fine. This is normal. We're normal.
I
look worried.
Aeneas is frowning a little bit to himself, like flipping through the mental catalog. Based on
Plagues I've heard of.
based on that specific description, does this sound like anything that I have seen or heard about before?
You can make me a medicine roll.
Medicine check. Medicine check. Medicine check.
That is a 90 out of 75.
So,
I mean, unless we want to get a reroll on that.
We do have coins.
We do.
So one of the challenges is just like plagues are notorious for being described in outlandish terms.
True.
Every like the farther you get away from the actual plague, the wilder the symptoms get. And you're a ways away from Gilead. So, you're the sores on the spine are weirdly specific. It's not, usually sores are not
that like specifically placed.
Yeah.
Usually, if there are sores, they are either around the area of immediate infection or they are just all over the body.
That's right. And the Magister will to reiterate, the word plague will not be said outside of this room, no matter who asks.
Yes, sir.
Have
Not
your
uttered
orders.
by us.
Travel safe. May the Emperor protect.
May the Emperor protect.
And
Constantine.
Constantine on 3. 1, 2, 3. Constantine.
when you get outside, Corvus says, look, if we complete this mission, land grants, business partnerships, anything else within reason we can ask for. This is it.
The big time.
This is what we wanted.
I'll finally be able to open my tavern, the Fighting Quack.
But
What's the matter, Ren?
Not a thing.
Okay.
if plague were to erupt in Constantinople just weeks before the commencement, do you have any idea what that would do to Constantine's reputation?
Oh, no.
What sort of a panic it would cause throughout the empire?
Public disorder, public safety, down the toilet. We can't let that happen.
Are we allowed to say it right now?
No,
No.
we're outside of the.
We're outside those
Not
doors.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll call it Pinocchio.
Okay.
Call it what?
The P word, Pinocchio, instead of the other one.
Code word
See it.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Code word, but no, you know.
Operation
like that one?
Pinocchio.
Operation Pinocchio. Squash Pinocchio.
Do we know, has anyone perished of this yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
They said that
Some of the-
reportedly people had died.
Do we know how many?
No.
Do we know when this began?
The courier arrived a few days ago and said the first cases were noticed a couple months ago.
Months.
So it's not fast moving, whatever it is. All right.
The ship leaves after dark. We're heading to the docks now.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Quicker we go, quicker we get there, quicker we're done.
Indeed.
My orders were to bring not just my best men, but those nearing retirement. I apologize for getting you into this. If anyone doesn't want to go, well, I certainly wouldn't notice anyone fleeing the city.
Sir, do you expect this to be a dangerous mission? More unduly dangerous than we're used
Can't
to.
fight plague.
Yeah.
Pardon me, you can't fight Pinocchio.
Can't use.
I'm not going to do that.
You're not gonna.
What would you rather call it, sir?
You can't fight that.
That we're gonna use that as the
I do
code
like
word.
Pinocchio.
I don't, I'm not gonna run, but I think I would like to write a letter to, well,
You're not riding the bird.
you wouldn't get it anyway, but he can feel me.
Your girlfriend and
No, this
Canada?
is for the juicy mouse.
the Juicy Mouse. Man, that's
That
the name
should
of
be
my
your tavern
is the
name.
Juicy Mouse. No, it's the Fighting Quack because thanks.
Juicy
chat.
Mouse is the pet name for my girlfriend in Canada.
Juicy Mouse.
You gave me that when I said poems to her.
God,
Yeah.
Can I find a young boy to write
In Rome? No way.
to give
We're all out. Cut it short.
Not gonna happen, man.
to give a letter for not for Nonya, but for her father.
Of course, of course.
Just be careful of what you put in there.
I'm not gonna put anything incriminating. Only a goodbye. Or a see you soon, because we'll be back.
That's right, we will.
And all live happily ever
We're all
after.
gonna
We're
live
all
happily.
gonna live happily
Just
ever
like
after.
Pinocchio.
Just like Pinocchio.
I suggest, since we've got a few hours, we go and we get slightly drunk.
That is an excellent idea,
Yes, sir.
Sounds all right.
Sounds like an order to me.
We can celebrate my poor judgment. Eudocia has agreed to marry me once I'm discharged.
Congratulations, sir.
And
That's phenomenal.
the Magister said that if we complete this mission, he'll set me up as an attaché.
The A word.
Congratulations, sir.
That is amazing, sir. Well deserved.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a wife and kids and a job.
Oh my.
The Roman dream.
That's retirement.
And you'll be able to vote. You'll be a landowner.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We have bits. 500 bits from my buddy Jay Matthews
Hi, J
Jay Matthews.
to Nick specifically.
Oh.
Why?
Because, quote, we've missed you. Apparently, Jay Matthews has a tapeworm. Also, the way you roll, it'll probably help Ezra anyway.
That was a nice click. Yeah.
I went for the smallest glass. And another Fleeg bomb.
Fleeg bomb.
Duke Fleeg with 500 bits to encourage the use of coins.
Oh,
Talk about wasted coffee.
I'll drink it.
I know you will.
You'll drink anything.
You'll drink any swill.
Ooh, it's got a woody note.
Cedar.
Oak and cherry.
Cherry.
Plywood?
You know, I've never had, what's the woody flavored alcohol?
Oak.
What? I don't.
What, scotch?
Toasted
Scotch.
Scotch. Oh, peat?
Scotch tastes like
Peat.
wood.
That's.
Speedy.
Anyhow, never mind.
Smoky.
Funky.
Thank you both
Thank
for your
you.
bits. Much
And thank you,
appreciated.
Ezra, for kicking out Ren.
Yeah.
Finally.
We can play it
Driving.
our way.
Yeah.
I'm just getting you ready for the next session when when Ren
Gotta
won't
get
be here.
emotionally ready.
So yeah, you go to a tavern.
Gotta
Nabadius,
clean up after Ezra.
Nabadius says, Nabadius meets you at the boat. I do not drink with amateurs.
Fair enough, big guy. Have a good night. We'll
Maybe
see
we
you
could
in the
have
morning.
another wrestling match.
We'll invite the young boy to watch, to keep score.
We're
Nabadius would enjoy this very much.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he is the bear.
Do you perhaps say pancration, huh?
Yeah. Whatever that means.
You know, I had a pancration once, and I had to go to the dock for several weeks.
Pancration is ancient Greek Olympic event.
You know, I don't tell other people about your ailments. I do that on purpose.
Is naked wrestling.
Yes.
Everyone, every
I love
ailment
naked
and graphic
wrestling.
detail.
Who doesn't love naked wrestling? We're an ancient
We're
world.
all Romans. We love. Well, I'm not
Well,
Roman.
we're not all
We're
Roman.
not all Romans.
We're
You're
not
right.
all Roman.
Yeah,
We're
we're
not
not.
But Corvus will stop you and go, you will be.
Exactly.
We
Will
complete
be.
this mission.
Yeah.
As long
You're
as
in.
as long as Pinocchio doesn't get me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's not think about that and get a drink and
I
knock
hate
it back.
thinking about Pinocchio.
Hey, this tavern's not as good as your tavern will be, sir.
That's right. The Fighting Quack. The best tavern in the region.
It's a terrible name.
I don't agree. I think it's the best name that's ever come.
What does it
been
even
come up.
mean?
They
Well,
call it the Falcon Returns.
That's a little long.
Okay.
it seems implausible.
Wow,
Falcon Roost.
That was so sad.
Falcon Roost.
Falcon Crest.
Falcon Crest.
You know, I'm not really taking notes right now. But I appreciate your interest.
I am quietly nursing a drink very slowly.
Corvus will like immediately be going, well, as your commanding officer,
Oh, yes, sir. Should it be the Fighting Corvus?
call it whatever the hell you want.
Thank you, sir.
Just make sure I have a booth.
You always. At my place, you've got a seat.
You have a lovely time.
So what are you guys gonna do when you retire?
I'm gonna open a tavern called the Fighting Quack.
What about you, Domineus?
I'm gonna try and get a desk job. I'm gonna
You're gonna get a job in
learn how to
retirement.
write
Wow. What's that
and
like?
read.
Both?
Both of them.
Whoa.
And what about you, Asinius?
I'm gonna set up a medical practice here.
Wow.
Why is everyone getting jobs after retirement?
Because we'd be bored mindless
that's
just
fair.
sitting around in a vineyard trying to make wine. It would be bad wine if we
That's
tried to make it, and
Yeah.
might as well do something useful and watch this capital grow.
I love capital growing.
Yeah, walked right into that one. Nose first.
You know, I've been watching you all train since you were just pups. And I gotta say, I'm not worried about this mission. Because we've been through worse than plague. We've been through... We've been worse than Pinocchio. And I believe in my heart of hearts that we're gonna get through this. So, drink up.
To happily ever after.
To happily ever after.
I'll drink to that.
And may our noses never grow.
Cheers.
Well, now that we're drunk, let's go get on a boat.
Yeah.
If any of you need a little bit of stomach settling, I got a couple potions for that.
I got an 80 con, so I should be okay.
Jesus
I didn't
Christ.
drink that much.
What's your con at?
So small.
Sounds like you're an old man on his way out.
So, you head to the dock, and along the way, you get pulled into an alley.
By a falcon? A mysterious falcon?
Tilly, is that you?
Falcon in a robe.
It's Nabadius.
Nabadius.
Nabadius will not go on this suicide mission. Nabadius is fleeing.
What about naked wrestling?
Well, if you come with Nabadius, all the naked wrestling you want.
Well, it's tempting.
We call it Pancratian.
Right. That's what I call it.
One time I ordered pancratian and I had to send it back. There was a big hair in it.
Well, we'll be here all week.
I am Greek.
I'm not there.
Why are you talking?
That was
Why are
Dean
you
making
talking?
a joke.
Yes.
Do not go.
You guys are in love. You're fully in love right now.
Maybe we are. It's just,
Nabadius would miss you.
and I'll miss you. Maybe they'll write an epic poem about us.
They don't write poems about fat Greek men.
Not with that attitude.
They used to.
Perhaps Domineus will write it, because he's learning how to read and write.
His poems do not rhyme.
I feel like I gotta do this.
Then you go. Nabadius will pray for you.
All right.
But Nabadius must disappear.
I won't tell anyone.
And he, does not at all stealthily rumble out of the alleyway.
Wow, as a very stealthy person, he is very loud.
He's just stomping,
Yeah.
throwing down trash cans.
Nabadius is leaving!
Kicks a cat.
You know,
Do not stand in Nabadius's way!
he's not quiet, but
I love to see him leave.
I love to see him leave. I was trying to figure out a way to that, but I wasn't getting there.
He's not quiet in any sense.
I look a little misty-eyed, but I have looked a little misty-eyed since Tilly disappeared.
It
Yeah.
could
so.
be. Yeah, it's probably.
That
That was
Tilly.
like
It's hard.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell.
Bells, you okay? You look extra misty.
Extra misty.
I'm fine, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah,
We're gonna get through this, okay?
yeah.
I like that you're 33. You're
I'm 42.
42, going on 17.
And you know, when we,
Yes, sir.
maybe when we get there, you and Nabadius will have that naked wrestling that you were talking about.
Maybe so, sir.
I think everybody here would appreciate watching that.
Yeah, that'd be nice, sir.
Great.
He's looking like Britannia over there.
He's gonna be talking in his sleep about telling us again. I can tell this is gonna be one of those nights.
It's gonna be one of those nights. Hey everyone, let's suit up for one of those nights.
You wait at the boat. Corvus talks to the captain briefly. There's no sign of Lawrence or Nabadius. Well,
There's no sign of Lawrence?
Nope.
The goth.
The goth.
The one who, yeah, he's a
barbarian.
good soldier.
Yeah.
I can't say I blame him.
Me neither.
I can't blame him, but I'll think about him.
He was a straight arrow. I'm surprised.
Pooja, are you acting so hard you are crying?
It's honestly not that hard to do.
Nabadius has great effect on young man.
She's not acting.
I
You
was
can say it in the microphone.
You can say it in the microphone.
Aw, the bear and the otter.
Nabadius is walrus.
John, I
Wait,
guess
you
you need
should
to
call
get
the
better at
bear.
poems. I got a good idea
You gotta
for
get
you.
better at poems.
I don't know how to write yet.
You'll get there.
This will be good practice.
Get better at it.
I have
The
an
oral
idea.
tradition of poetry is strong.
Yeah.
My Achilles heel.
The
Big hairy
Andromeda.
men.
You're- My Achilles heel.
And falcons. Wayward falcons.
Wayward falcons.
Wayward falcon.
And juicy mice.
Wayward Falcons was actually the name of my band in high school.
Good.
What kind of music do they play? Don't ask.
Don't ask.
And falcon.
Yeah.
So the Andromeda slips quietly out of harbor at midnight and sails across the Sea of Marmara. And in 3 days' time, you will arrive in the province of Lydia, which has been part of the Roman Empire for over 400 years. It is, before this, it was Greek. So Lydia is kind of Yugoslavia. You know, some might say very close to Vinkovci.
You could call it the kingdoms of Serbs and Croats.
You could,
You might.
but instead we're going to call it Lydia.
For a lot of the 3 days, I'm just like talking whoever's ear off that I can about like the different things I'm going to serve at my tavern, and like the layout.
Fried cheese?
Yeah, otter's noses.
What?
After the first day,
Actually, that
I
totally sounds like
avoid-
something Romans would eat.
Yeah. Oh no, after
That's
the first
pretty
day, I
tame.
avoid him
Honeyed
like,
otter's noses.
Honey, ocelot spleens.
So you're aiming for this place to be like high
This is
class.
pretentious.
No.
Then
I
why
want
are you
to. I
going?
want to bring the lofty stuff to the people. I want to serve things that people feel like they don't deserve, but they do for being a human.
You are going to be put out of business in a month.
Fancy food at not a fancy price.
That's right. I might even call it Chili's.
I thought it was the.
Icon, you've done it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be the Fighting Quack. But I thought about calling it Chili's first.
Oh, I see.
And in
Sir,
ribs-
you exhaust me.
Was that Nick or
Yes.
the character?
Yes.
That might have to be the episode title.
Sir, you exhaust me. What an excellent episode title.
So the second day, a sailor will come up to you. Be like, why are we going to Lydia?
We have a mission.
What sort of mission? Is there treasure?
None of your business.
I mean, you could, come on, we're one big happy empire.
Are we?
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
comrade of you.
What's going on
comrades
in
here.
What's going on in Cyzicus?
Just give him the most blandly intense stare and be like, for your own sake, stop asking questions.
Yes, sir. Oh.
Do you report this back to me?
Oh yes.
I'll report that to Corvus then. That the
Rumors are spreading among
Yeah.
the sailors.
the sailors are. Sir, it seems like our mission may be under suspect from the crew. Is there anything you'd like me to?
Can you identify the sailor?
Easily.
Should we kill him?
No.
Okay.
That is a way to get more questions asked.
Fair.
But 10 lashes.
10 lashes. 10 lashes it is. I thought we Romans were like into crucifixion.
So
That's for non-Romans.
Corvus will call everyone on the boat, and he'll have you specifically point out the sailor. And he says, "Step forward." And he asks the sailor the sailor goes, I meant nothing. It was merely 10 lashes to be administered immediately. Captain, do you discipline your crew or do I? And the captain will admit it. He like goes, I will, Tribune. And he'll do the lashes, and like Corvus just stands there watching everyone. And afterwards he'll said, let this be a lesson to everyone here. Do not speak of anything that happens on this boat. There will be consequences. And then he like strides away to go back into the cabin.
For the Empire. Thank you very much.
Well, that sorted that out.
And from that point on, the sailors won't even talk to you.
Valid. I will make sure that there is an ointment that is sent to that sailor
Nice.
to take care of the lashes.
Nice.
It's like, look, you messed up, but also this will help reduce the infection and scarring.
You gain 1 luck point for that.
Oh.
Because you're so kind.
I mean, that's why we do these things, is so they learn their lesson for the good of
I
all.
look very uncomfortable.
Because you like the lashes?
It's just, I'm just uncomfortable all the time. We were all gathered together. It was weird.
42 going on 12.
I'm
getting younger.
Watch this. Is that a falcon?
His shoulders just went down 3 inches.
No, that's...
Well, he might actually be able to hear something now with his shoulders not around his ears.
That's the first time I've felt happiness in a while.
Too bad it was fake.
Oh, it's gone.
You know that Corvus
know.
has a mission log, a great book that he writes in every day that is usually incredibly boring.
5:30.
He
Strength
notes that on the day you arrive in Cyzicus, it is the Ides of March, March 15th.
The same day it is today. Oh my
copy. He said the thing. He said
Yes.
the thing.
He said the thing.
He said the thing.
What?
Roll credits.
It's the Ides of March today.
Everybody get your daggers.
We all come together to stab you.
Did it in the voice.
I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him.
It's a good story. And it happened.
Okay, what'd you all get each other for the Ides?
Close your eyes.
We all got you the same thing.
Honeyed ants. Oh, wait, what?
My Otter's Noses joke was from Life of Brian.
Oh,
I
nice.
lifted it.
I love Life of
Yeah.
Brian.
Also got spleens.
That's a good movie.
I own Life of Brian. I have not yet watched it.
Oh,
You
it's
should
good.
do a watch now.
Yeah,
should.
Oh my
The
god.
People's Judean Front? No, we're the People's Front of Judea.
It's very
Always
funny.
look on the bright side of
It's
life.
very
I mean, it's Monty Python.
Yeah.
Galerius, when we arrive, I've arranged a requisition. I need to meet with the officials in Cyzicus.
Yes, sir.
If you'll handle the supplies,
It shall be done.
I want to leave today.
Yes, sir.
We should be docking early before the high sun, and we will. I wish to leave by 3 bells.
It will happen. I'll notify the men. Men.
All right.
3 bells. We're out.
Hi.
Sir.
my least favorite time.
You have time to.
Do you have a favorite time?
Yes.
When?
The Falcon's time.
That is not a time.
You know, I've been meaning to talk to you about your bald head and that squiggle you painted on your shirt.
Good grief.
You knew who you were bringing into this.
So,
Wait, is the Falcon named Snoopy?
Oh, he's named Tilly. Captain
Crying
Tilly.
again.
Stop bringing it up, sir. Please.
look, this module can only have 1 nonverbal animal familiar. Not enough room for 2.
That's not true.
And also, this is technically outside of the module. It's its own thing.
Fair point.
And our familiar is verbal now.
He's only verbal to you.
That's true.
When it's condescending too.
You Titanic idiot.
I love that.
That's right. I need an animal familiar in every mod.
These are my expectations of this campaign.
When I signed on, I was told explicitly in no
I
uncertain
should have read her contract. Damn it.
You've got to check the writers, man.
Man.
Trek the rider.
So you, you dock. You hand the supplies are taken care of pretty quickly. You all have a horse and full kit. You notice camping gear, so this is going to be more than a day's trip. You all. Well, this time, Domineus, you get somebody going like, so, where are you guys going?
Yeah.
I heard that.
The last guy who asked that, his back was shredded up.
Oh,
He got lashes.
Oh, okay.
So you want to tell everyone not to ask around.
okay.
about
I'll
what you're doing.
thank you. I'll
Yeah.
pass that along. Jeez. Wow.
One example. It's all you need if
Yep.
it's done well.
So you have a few. You have time to get some food. Maybe hit the bathhouse if you want to clean.
Oh, hell
3
yeah.
days of ship off of you. 3 days of salt air.
Bathhouses are overrated.
Yeah, I love that musk.
We know that you need the extra help. You've been having trouble growing a beard, but
Any day now. Maybe when I turn 43, I can grow a beard.
I've got some news for you. Your
Dominatus,
window,
how do you do it?
your window has
You've
passed.
got such a big beard. It covers your baby face.
Your little baby face.
I do not have a.
my headcanon is that Bellaris is Treyons, and that's why.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Aww. We gotta have at least one trans person
Gotta have
in
a
every.
trans
Every campaign.
So the first 2 days
We woke.
you travel overland is lovely. The camping is nice. You find food and shelter in agrarian villages that are actually very friendly and okay with, putting you up for the night. So you don't actually have to
Pinocchio is
camp.
bullshit.
Yeah, everything around here seems
I've been keeping an eye out. I'm gonna tell Lasenius as soon as I see any sign of Pinocchio.
I keep telling the same 3 stories I always tell.
Yeah, old man, we heard him.
As point him at the villagers. They haven't heard them yet.
As long as he's not talking about.
Oh, the
research, that
fighting
is
quack! Yeah, okay, I get it! Yeah!
And then,
I think he's talking about it.
I could go for fried
Who got him
cheese.
started on that?
and then I yelled at my neighbors for messing with my cart. And I said, get off my lawn.
And then he followed up with my cabbages, which didn't make any sense, but
March
Everyone understands
18th dawns, and that kind of awful, just constant light rain is falling. It feels like there's just lines of rain rolling down from the heavens onto you.
This is the best weather.
do we have oiled cloaks or anything like that?
You do have oiled cloaks. They are somewhat helpful.
This is nature's bath.
This is nature.
I would love to introduce you to the concept of soap.
I don't believe in it.
Ash.
It believes-
Ash
it
is
believes in
nature's
you.
soap.
Falcons don't have smell receptors.
Nor do
If I stop smelling like me, Tilly can't find me.
That's true. No, that's a really good point.
But if they don't have smell receptors, it won't do any good.
You know, Bells,
I didn't say that.
I have to say, I admire your stick-to-itness and your optimism.
Thank you, sir.
You're one of the most positive people I know.
Thank you, sir. I start crying.
I was about to. Who are you talking about? Oh, there.
At lunchtime, you roll into a small village, and as you're coming in, windows are slammed, shutters are crashed, and the town is just silent.
How far away are we from
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio?
You about a half day, you think?
About a half day.
That's close enough for people to start.
I'll go
knowing
up to
about
one of
it.
the doors and tur.
Go away! Go away!
This is, we are representatives of the Emperor's Empire.
That empire?
Please open the door. We have questions for you.
Go away, there is sickness to the east.
How do you know about this sickness?
We have seen the people fleeing.
Were they ill themselves?
They tell us of the sickness.
They
We
tell-
do not wish. If I open this door, you come in, you are sick, I get sick.
Has any sickness entered your village? thus
No,
far?
because we do not open the door to strangers.
Well done,
So go!
Well done, citizen. Continue to be safe.
Go!
We will. Okay, we got a goal.
Okay.
There's no.
Is that confirmation?
Pinocchio hasn't put on a play here yet.
I'm gonna do a spot hidden.
Okay, what are you looking for?
I'm gonna use big dice.
Those are massive for your tiny hands.
They'd look like normal dice in my hands.
Test that out
We'll
later.
test that out later.
Spot hidden.
I just noticed your necklace.
Yeah.
That is the Mim Sahis.
Isn't it cool? It's got a wolf on it. I like wolves.
Oh, she won't do the caw, but she's.
I did it.
I have a wolf on my coat of arms. Of course I'm going to do the howl.
I'm spot hidden in for
Play.
Pinocchio.
Okay.
Any signs of
Yeah, all
sickness?
right, you're looking for. Okay.
Like
So you spend a few minutes casing
Vomit.
I
this
got an
village.
87, so no.
All right, is that a falcon?
Tilly! Caw! Caw! Caw!
all right.
The vultures, you hear them?
It's not. Wow. Even I know.
Even I know.
I don't think that's what vultures
Thank you,
sound
Belle.
like.
Thank
All
you.
right, men. This
For that.
town is clean. Let's keep it moving.
So almost as it's getting dark, you see in the distance the Gillian outpost. A dozen large tents are set up outside of the fort. The tents are about 50 yards from the outpost, and guards are posted around them.
Good security.
We be arriving at night? We can't really tell what we're.
I think we should arrive as soon as possible,
So
despite our effectiveness.
you actually have a standard. You are carrying a staff with a flag at the top.
Yeah.
That announces your presence, and
Is there a falcon on it?
no. Well,
Yeah.
no, there is an imperial falcon on. Yeah,
Yeah.
Why is that?
because the Roman Empire, that was their symbol.
Oh, okay. Not the name of our troop.
No. Although that
We're
could
named
also
after.
be. Yeah.
I'll actually take the standard from him. The leader doesn't carry his own standard.
Thank
Well,
you.
he's second.
I am second.
Yes,
That's
but
what-
in this group, he's first.
All right.
Oh, Corvus isn't with us?
Wait, is Corvus with us?
Oh, yeah, Corvus is with
My
you, yeah.
apologies. Then yes, it's all yours.
Thanks.
Have fun.
My honor.
Riders
yours.
come out of the fort and will come out to meet you halfway, and they say, "Oh, we're so glad you are here. Come! I must take you to our commander."
All right.
Oh, yes. Take us there.
I keep a healthy
So-
distance from everyone.
So how far behind you is the relief force?
We are here to ascertain the threat level and report back for.
Corvus will step in and go, 3 or 4 days at least. The rains are delaying them.
Can I make a
Yeah,
Insight?
insight on that?
of course.
38.
He is lying.
Well, obviously.
That's the second 38 I've
But why is
rolled
he
on.
lying?
To not stir up
Can I-
panic.
Can't with that. Can I get a motive for lying?
Yeah, you think he's trying not to scare them.
Okay.
Like these guys are relying on it. Like from the tone, they were like, "There's more people coming, right? Surely 5 people are not going to take care of, So like they were looking for more soldiers, and so he is.
I'll take up his lie and say we're just the scouting party to find the best staging area for.
So
our
with that
troops.
roll you got, as soon as you start to speak again, you notice him like sort of start, but then when he hears what you say,
great.
he's like nodding.
Yeah.
So this is a small military fort. It is very unfancy. It's about 10-foot tall stone walls. Every corner has a tower. There are 100 people, 100 soldiers. It looks like it could house, normally this can house about 150 people.
So if
But-
1,000 people are coming to help,
Everybody make me a tactics roll.
Okay.
I have tactics too.
Oh,
Didn't make it.
Ooh, baby.
All right.
I think to
Scout.
myself-
This is why you're the scout.
I rolled a 5.
This is why you're the scout.
Critical, baby.
So the scout, you notice immediately that this fort is undermanned. There are not 100 people here
What's
that you can see.
Sir.
Bells? Your face looks more concerned than usual.
You also notice that the people on the walls are like, kind of like looking past you, like looking for like the army that's coming.
What about the ones in the windows? Oh, from the windows to the walls?
Pardon my Greek, sir, but this is bad news bears. There is
What?
you heard the man.
Excuse me, bad news bears. There is less than 100 people in here, and they are keeping an eye out for anybody coming this way.
So 1, watch your tongue. 2,
I'm sorry, sir.
which part of the empire are you from? Like the
I'm from Arabia,
Wisconsin.
sir.
The Midwest.
not the Midwest.
I'm from the
Oh,
Midwest
you
in
betcha.
Arabia.
Okay, I got it. What are your thoughts on cheese curds and
They're better fried, sir.
what would you say if somebody like just passes in front of you and you're kind of in their way, but you're not like totally in their way?
I'm not sure, sir.
Maybe an ope?
Oh,
So you enter the fort, and
do you feel properly warned, sir?
Yes.
Wait, does this mean that they've lost people? Can
I think
we
so.
have confirmation they've lost people? Once we get that, we can get out of here.
Do they have Pinocchio?
It doesn't look.
If they've lost anyone to
Doctor!
Pinocchio,
Give you the news.
Do they have Pinocchio?
I haven't done any examinations.
I'll ask.
yet. It's a little hard to tell.
I'll approach the.
so that you're riding into town, and this conversation is happening as you're getting off your horses
we're going into town.
into the fort. You're going to the fort, yeah.
I'll ask some. I'll ask some soldier like,
Yeah,
has the plague reached this place? Oh, sorry. No, I guess I can't say that either, huh?
I think you could say
I
it now.
wouldn't actually say it.
Yeah.
Has there been any illness? Is that the wrong thing? I don't know. I don't want to do the wrong thing.
Yep.
I'll ask. I don't care at this point. I don't want to die.
He looks at you, and he just says, "You should talk to the commander."
Will do. Thank you, soldier.
Let's have a word with our man.
So you dismount. They take care of your horses and everything. They'll get all your gear set up, and you are brought in to meet Centenarius Curio Longinus. He is a stocky, sturdy man. He's been a good soldier, but the bags under his eyes have bags currently. He is
Matching set.
actually. Everybody, make me an insight roll.
Can I?
I have not rolled.
You've
I
got
don't
the
think it's
base, I
possible,
think.
but let's try. I did roll well, but
You know what? How much luck do I have?
I have
Guys,
so much.
I rolled a 39. 2 38s and a 39.
Wow.
My hard success is 37.
It's like the game knows.
It's like
Expanding luck.
I mean,
I make the insight
How
roll.
much
Treat it
luck
like a
did
rental
you
car.
just spend?
2.
Oh, all right.
I
That's
rolled
not so bad.
7. I needed to get 5.
All right. So you both. This is a man who is in way over his head. This is like somebody who, thought this is an easy job, and it is not an easy job.
Yeah.
Like, he is not up to whatever is
I
going
got
on.
that from the bags under his eyes. What else do I get?
Is he younger than I am?
Yeah, he's younger. He's like 30. He's
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
he's a young man.
yeah.
Almost as
Is he-
young as Domineus.
No, I'm older than that.
Does he
I lie.
Does he outrank me?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay. I won't call him son then.
He will we're so glad you're here. Where
They're on their way. What is the situation here? It seems as if you're fairly low equipped.
Have you lost anyone to anything?
and like as you ask all these questions, Corvus will merely, like, from the back where he's leaning against the wall, say, "The Magister awaits your report."
Do we see him just like sagging on himself at that?
Oh, yes. Yeah, he's just like, well, for months we've had reports of a satanic cult of robed zealots calling themselves the Flayed, who threaten the local villagers and extort supplies. But we've found no sign of them. But reprisals soon struck the villages who had asked us for help. About this time, a villager claimed his wife was bitten by a blood-sucking bat while she slept, and she died of this new and terrible illness that that Abrax is calling the Valerian plague.
I've heard of plagues from eating bats, but never from being bitten by one.
I will kill you.
The villages of Cyrenese and Alcati are completely depopulated. There's blood and corpses everywhere.
My God.
Some of the dead were plague victims, but others were flayed alive. Who does that?
The flayed.
Dozens of refugees, many of them sick, started arriving here. The refugees from the village Kalikoi told wild stories of attacks by Satan worshippers and blood-sucking demons. But look, the illness causes hallucinations.
So the flayed could not be real. We don't have to worry about that. We just have to dispose of the village.
Well, we kind of did our job, right?
Yeah.
We know it's real.
Yeah.
Have the people who are sick, have they been quarantined? Have they been put?
They're in the tents outside.
Are they kept? So I have dealt, according to the notes in here, I have seen lots of the like epidemics and things like that. So, and I looked, there were actual procedures in the Roman army for dealing with that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So looking at the way that things were laid out, are things laid out correctly to
It looks
keep
like
people
it.
as-
You know, so all you've seen right now is what you saw when you rode in. But it looks like in a at least rudimentary way they are following those procedures.
Okay.
I feel like I'd be more comfortable returning with firsthand information.
Corvus will look at you and say, "If there is a cult, we don't leave until it is wiped out."
It's a good point, sir.
But all
We
the
do have a secondary objective.
reports of the cult could just be hallucinations.
And
We need
if
to
we
find
find
out.
that, then we have a simple mission. But if there is a cult, we handle it.
We're here to take care of the situation. We will take care of it.
He actually goes up to the poor guy and he'll like kind of put an arm around him and he's trying to build him up and he says, "Look, we've handled this sort of thing before. Right, gentlemen?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
We'll handle it again."
Can his hair be so long that it's like swooping in front of his?
He's got the Bieber.
Yeah, he's like an anime character. Yeah.
Yeah, Ren.
That's
Thank you for modeling
fucking
it for us,
sick.
Ren.
The guy goes, "The garrison is yours." And Corvus says, "Yes, it is. You are relieved."
I guess this is your office now, sir.
Let's get to work.
Aye.
And we're going to get to break.
If
We'll be back just as soon as
100 soldiers can defend a fort.
less than
Duum.
100.
Trying to figure out how to as soon as Quintus scouts can use unum latrinum.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Special place in hell just for you.
And as long as we talk, he's not going to turn it off.
Yeah, we have to.
Nick's gonna head to the vomitorium.
Yeah. Oh, sweet vomitorium.
We'll be back, internet friends. Welcome back, internet friends. We are in the middle. We are in the middle of a plague.
Nope.
You mean Pinocchio? Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Pardon me, a Pinocchio.
We're deep inside Pinocchio right now.
Oh,
Say,
okay.
I got no strings to tie. So, Corvus will start to he drops his mission log on the table. Secundus, take the men, check out that camp.
Yes, sir.
Asinius, make sure that they are following protocol.
To the letter, sir.
and see if you can find out just how many men we have.
Yes, sir.
It will be done.
I love to count.
One too many lots.
It's, you know, I.
Points to anyone who gets the Terry Pratchett reference.
Nice.
Yeah, you are now standing out in the part of the fort. Everyone is looking like all of the garrison is kind of like looking uncomfortable. They just saw their commander leave his office.
I wonder if we should address the general population. Perhaps to get a count of all who's here, we should maybe put together some sort of audience. Meeting, some sort of announcement.
Yeah, you know that you could have them blow assembly.
Yeah, assembly. I'll order an assembly then.
So yeah, they blow the horn, and there are a total of 72
Oof.
exhausted, overwhelmed, and demoralized soldiers.
I'll talk to the previous leader.
Yeah, he's
About
like
all of
standing
this.
there. He's just like, we did all we could.
No, I believe you, soldier. You're doing the best you can in challenging circumstances.
15 of the men are in the plague tent. 4 are missing and 9 are dead.
My God.
And you see these
Morale's low.
poor men have been through it.
Have you tried any naked wrestling competitions?
No.
Hardly the time or the place.
For morale. I only say it for morale.
It's too soon, sir.
The people who have died has it been due to the flay? Has it what is the cause of
What
the
is
deaths?
killing these men?
Well, most of the people who died were lost on scouting missions.
Interesting.
When we went out,
Don't look at me.
when we sent men out to the village of Calicoy, we lost some men there, and then a 4-man patrol that we went missing yesterday.
Just yesterday.
And since then, I made orders that everyone stays within sight of the outpost.
Smart.
Have the bodies been recovered, or are they just left?
I don't know where they
Where were they scouting? Do you
towards
have a route?
Calicoy.
Then that's where we're going next.
If you say so.
I do.
Well, we arrived in like the middle of the night, or toward
It's getting dark. It's starting to get dark.
Maybe advisable, sir, to wait till first light. I would like the
Obviously.
opportunity to inspect and make sure that
You have your orders?
procedures are being followed.
Of course. Just our next course of action.
Of course. But yeah, that's how I'm going to be spending the rest of the I think that Asinius forgets to eat dinner because he's out inspecting and making sure that all of the correct camp placements are done, making sure that there is water kept boiling so they can wash their hands frequently if they come in and out.
Make me an education roll.
Sure.
And
First roll that I make tonight.
I'll send Belzer
yeah.
to also help you out.
That is 11 out of 85, so that is a critical success.
All right.
Hell yeah.
That'll come up in a minute.
Wonderful.
So you head to the plague camp.
Yes.
I'd like Belzier to assist
Okay.
in this mission.
Okay.
Or these orders, I
Sure.
guess.
I will pass him a cloth bandana and tie it over our nose and mouth.
Okay.
Because the miasma.
You don't want to breathe in the bad air.
So
Bad air.
Have we thought about leeches?
I'm constantly thinking about leeches.
We'll see where we are.
I gotta have a way with them.
What is that?
The leech whisperer.
That's what they used to call me.
they just like me. I don't know.
I don't know. What can I say?
Many things.
I hear their songs.
Hey, my sanity's really good. In case you're wondering, 70.
Francois, do I hear you?
I've never felt more sane.
So there are the camp is about 100 yards outside of the fort. It's really 2 camps. A dozen tents guarded by a pair of legionnaires. they're two widely separated sections: a refugee camp and a hospital camp. 40 refugees from Calicoy are kind of evenly split amongst the two. There are also 15 infected legionnaires in the largest tent in the plague camp, and you actually recognize the doctor in charge. You know him by reputation, and he looks surprisingly like the engravings that you have seen of him. His name is Abrax, a man of 70 winters.
Wow.
One of the most highly regarded medical scholars and physicians in this province and in the Empire.
Somebody older than me? I doubt it.
I try very hard. I like immediately restrain myself from fanboying.
Right? Yeah. That's the level of this. He is.
Your
this guy-
treatise on Planter's work was just, it was inspiring.
He will as you leave, he will come running out like this.
I'm gonna make a beeline for him and just like.
He is like this bundle of wiry, nervous energy. In a set old bald 70-year-old man. He looks physically exhausted, and yet he just keeps going. Excuse me. Don't go in the plague tent, and whatever you do not make physical contact with any of the patients.
Of course, sir.
I've never seen anything like this plague before. I'm recording my observations, but I've made no progress on treatment. It seems... Is this a disease or is it venom? I don't know. It seems like it can be transmitted by animal bites.
Oh.
But also, people who are not bitten will also get it.
Pardon me, sir. Assidious. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
I see the Esculapius. You know something of the medical arts.
Something, yes, sir. Nothing, of course, to your esteemed knowledge, of course, but...
I'm an old man.
And you've seen many more things than I will in my entire life, I'm sure.
You're kind.
I
wish we met under better circumstances.
As do I, sir. Can you walk me through the basics of what you have observed, sir? Perhaps a fresh set of eyes will have... we'll be able to see something different.
Yes. Symptoms don't seem to start for a couple of days. Once they begin, they continue for exactly 6 days in every case. I've never seen anything like it. The early symptoms are high fever, weakness, fatigue, sensitivity to light, and some confusion. The later ones are debilitating pain, madness, and skin lesions forming along the length of the spine. Once patients reach that point, all we can do for them is keep them sedated until they die.
Is there anything that can be done for them before they reach that point, or is it at the point that symptoms begin?
4 in 10 people die, I've found. Usually the old, the frail, or the young. If the patient survives past the 6th day, they recover.
Thank God the healthy men don't die. The strong, healthy men.
Yeah.
I said mostly.
Good. Oh.
Mostly.
The skin lesions of those succumbing to Valerian plague become a continuous open sore. And we've been burning those bodies.
Of course.
Smart. I guess I'm not there. I
Have you
just
tried
sent this guy.
leeches?
Leeches?
Yeah.
Ooh. Leeches? That's how barbarians do medicine.
Oh, my mistake. I'll go.
There was an interesting treatise published about a couple years ago on the use of leeches.
Ooh. I should do it. Do you remember the author? I'd love to read that.
Not off the top of my head, but if I remember, I will tell you.
Well,
He said it like this.
if I read that, and I find out that there's some truth, then I apologize, young man, and that was a fine idea.
I'm 42.
And you're a whippersnapper to this
Wow.
guy.
Well, you must be very proud to be such a big boy.
Whoa.
I am, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, stars and stones.
I'll still go until it's proven otherwise.
Okay.
I'll go look at.
This is my new favorite Ezra character, by the way.
I love this guy.
Is my new favorit, like, wiry, old, excited man.
What a
Like,
prick.
so good.
I can really
I love
visualize
him.
him in my head.
Right?
We can't decide if burning the bodies is the right idea or not, because I'm worried about airborne infection.
As long as it's far enough away from the camp and downwind.
Well, yeah, but that only matters at a certain density of burning. If we're burning bodies by the hundreds,
We need a kiln.
Are you here?
Oh.
yeah, no, I think
Is everyone
Yeah, okay, we all follow.
Yeah.
We all follow.
Because Galerius was not sure if he was here.
no, you're all, yeah, you all,
I said I sent Belzer, but
no, you all came along to the village.
we won't
Yeah.
split the party.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not at
Are
that
we
point.
burning hundreds?
No, we've only got 40 patients. But I don't know what's going on in other villages, and you know, if we find an entire I've heard stories of entire villages being depopulated.
Well, at the very least, the village that we passed through a half day from here had locked everything down, but didn't have any sign of infection there.
And that was coming from the direction of what's the name of that town? Sizikis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well,
Bless you.
Gesundheit. Yeah. So
This is a kiss.
So mostly what we've been doing with the bodies, if they don't if they don't have that open sore, is we've been wrapping them in oilcloth and burying them. Look, you probably heard the stories about demons and monsters and
Satanic cult, yes.
All made up fiction.
balderdash. It's all balderdash. There's no such thing. We must be the clearer heads here.
We are men of science.
Yes, science.
And Romans, no less. Well, most of us.
I'm a Greek, but you know.
I'm so sorry.
The Greeks pioneered everything that we know about medicine.
don't think so.
Bite your tongue, sir.
I don't know.
Except for surgery.
The Greeks are beautiful people.
Oh, stars and stones.
Especially one.
Poor Nonia's my beard.
Truly.
Well, look. I gather you're here to find out what's going on.
Yes, sir.
We've got some people who recovered you could talk to. But like I said, once the 6 days pass, they don't seem to be any danger.
What about the bodies that do have the sores? You've said you've been burning them. Have there been any anomalies with bodies that have the sores?
No. I mean, honestly, let me rephrase that. The reason that I'm now burying most of the bodies is that when we burnt them, there was, I think, more smoke than I would expect. They seemed like that's why I was worried about airborne infection. So we've gone now to strictly burying
Interesting.
for the time being until we determine.
Of course. Where are they buried?
He points, you see about 100, like a good ways away, there's like a red flag stuck in the ground. Says that marks the burial.
How many have you buried today?
Ooh, today 7 or 8?
And you say that every 4 out of 10 die, but the other 6 recover?
Yeah.
Do they seem to have any long-term effects after they have recovered? Do they have any scarring from the lesions?
There's some scarring, but other than that, they recover. Recovery seems to be fairly it seems to be fairly complete, which, that makes me think that also lends credence to my theory of it being a venom. Because you poison a man, the poison doesn't kill him, tends to come back. Tends to, once it's out of his system, tends to be complete. But
Once the body works it out.
But it also, as I said, there are people here who haven't been bitten by anything. So if it is a venom, it's not only a venom.
Do you know what bit the people who said that they have been bitten?
No. Well, it's been different in many cases, but maybe it's bats. Some people were bitten by bats. I know they've said that, but I mean, this is not. This does not have it doesn't have the characteristics of rabies.
Very true. Most people don't survive that. The survival rate is much lower on rabies.
Right.
Do bats ordinarily bite people?
Let me roll natural world.
Flying things.
Bats, no, but falcons?
They're just a type of falcon.
Let's see if I have a way with bats.
Bats are just goth falcons.
No.
We got-
Can I use a coin?
Yeah, we have
so
coin. Let's use a
many.
sticky one.
I'll use my big dice.
Chonk chonk.
I like big dice.
Chong chong.
Yeah, I got it. Just regular.
What was the? I'm sorry, I got so excited.
Natural world.
But what was the question?
Oh,
know,
do
right?
bats bite people?
That's about
Oh yeah.
how far I've got.
Actually, bats are one of the most common spreaders of rabies.
Bats are one of the most common spreaders of rabies.
So is this some
They're
kind
not
of
falcons. Don't say that.
is this some kind of
Dominatus.
advanced form of rabies? What are we looking at here?
The symptoms are different, and if it is a form of rabies, it's a new kind.
I almost feel like we do need to leave tonight, but
We need rest.
we do need rest.
And-
I shouldn't do it, but somebody should interview those people who have recovered.
I'll go ahead and do that.
You're so personable, sir.
Yeah.
I will go with you.
I'll tell them a story to make them feel better.
You should tell them about your menu.
Which of the three stories, sir?
Well,
Electrowoman or Dinah?
The lady or the tiger.
The lady and the tiger.
Well, look, you might have more luck talking to the refugees, but you're welcome to talk to some of the people who've recovered. We're still keeping them in the plague area, just out of
has anybody caught it twice?
not that I've seen.
Oh.
I would very much like to speak to one or more of the refugees who have recovered.
Well, all right, I'm gonna get back to work.
Yes, sir.
You have the run of the place. Do whatever you want. You're helping,
Great.
and I appreciate that.
I
Yes,
take off
sir.
my pants.
How have you lived so long, sir?
Well,
Yeah, what's the secret of
Have you drank the elixir?
what elixir? No, there's no elixir for. Although
Snake oil?
I will tell you, no, don't drink that.
That cures everything.
Every morning when I awake, I drink an ounce of olive oil with lemon in it.
Oh,
Keeps me regular.
I see. I write it down.
You can write?
Yeah, I can write.
Why aren't you writing a poem?
He's engraving it on a tablet.
I have a good education. But I'm not a poet.
Dumping
You've
this
got
on
a
me. I'm
poetic.
not a poet.
You've got a
Your
poetic
education-
experience.
Your education's 70.
Oh, you've got better education.
Why can't you read?
Because I have 01 in reading and writing.
Yeah.
Oh, is
he
that
was.
a thing?
He was. He was a.
Oh,
he
is that
was-
what that is?
All I
RW?
know.
Oh, I also
all
have
I know
another one.
is
It's fine.
Juicy Mouse.
I'm going to ignore these chuckles and head for the refugee tent where the recovered are staying.
Okay, so you're going to the refugee tent.
Yes.
All right.
As am I.
Yeah, you see Asinius just kind of rolling his eyes and walking away.
So
Perfectly normal.
they'll, you can go in and out of tents. These people are all terrified. They're all hungry. They're all scared, and they don't know where. They don't know when they can go back home. They don't know if they still have a home. Roll me a d10.
7.
Okay. They came to the village. These horrible flayed. They demanded food and threatened to ruin crops or spread disease if we didn't give it to them.
They just wanted food?
Yeah, they demanded it. They said they would ruin us if we didn't. So we gave them food. We had to do what we had to do to survive.
Certainly. But then they still brought disease?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, they drink the blood of people and eat the flesh of humans. It's like a perversion of the Last Supper.
Did you see this with your own eyes? How do you know this information?
Well, my cousin told me that part.
Insight check.
You don't need to make an insight check.
But I want to.
All right, if you'd
No,
like
I'm
to.
joking. All right, son. Well, I think things have gotten wild. Information's gotten wildly out of control.
In the heart of every rumor, sir, there is a kernel of truth, and I want to hear what you
Yes,
have to
we
say.
should find it. What's the kernel of truth?
Start beating him.
You were saying that he's so much better with people.
Oh, I'm outside.
But I do want to like talk to these people and use my bedside manner to help them like. Once they've run through like the gamut of being panicked, be like, okay, I hear you, I'm listening. Tell me about what happened, and try to get them to a point where they're calmer and telling me about what happened.
Okay. Do you have persuade or do you have?
What do I have? I feel like I
Offer me a roll.
Persuade, honestly.
I have a very good persuasion.
I know you have very good persuade, but it wasn't your idea.
Okay, persuade.
But
I
a
don't wanna be
really
near
good
sick
spear.
people.
Yeah, don't get near the sick people.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do persuade. I also, yeah, I guess that
What
is.
about medical for bedside manner?
Well, that was what I was kind of thinking.
I would
You
totally accept that. Yeah.
All right, I will.
I mean, the medical might veer a little too much into telling them. So here's exactly what's going on.
Sure. But that is a hard success with medicine.
All right. Yeah. You definitely are calming people down. You sort of, you talk about, how they can, stay clean, do all this, that. Here's what here's what
Olive oil with
Avrax.
Here's how you can take control over your health in this terrifying situation. Here are some things that you can do to help yourself.
Yeah.
Which I think will help give them a little bit more of a sense of control and may help be like, okay, this is a huge this is a huge terrifying, awful situation, but here are things that I can do to make it better.
Well, yeah, that's all well and good, but everybody knows the only way you can ward off those creatures is by displaying the Chi Rho and reciting the Lord's Prayer. The Chi Rho is that cross that you sometimes see with the
extra X.
The diagonal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that Greek Orthodox?
Yes.
Yeah.
Although right now it's just Christian.
Is that so? Have you what?
Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows it. Has
Really,
anyone seen
God is the only salvation.
Generally, that's true.
So the people who have died are the ones who haven't done that?
Well, you could ask them.
The ones who died.
It's a little hard to reach into the afterlife.
But everyone who survived is a good God-fearing Christian. Right? And he looks around the room and there's
Oh yeah.
Do I need an insight check to see
Yeah.
if that's bullshit?
this guy
At
is
first I'm like, whoa, that will work. And then I'm like, oh.
And Sidious definitely makes a mental note of different kind of zealot. Got it.
Well, if this guy hasn't seen it with his own eyes, I wish we could find somebody who has. Do you know of anyone who's seen these things firsthand?
the flayed.
Correct.
And someone will say, yeah, they're lunatics who mutilate themselves. They're escaped Gothic slaves who fled into the mountains.
And they threatened you with?
They said they would ruin our crops or spread disease.
And did you see any of that happening?
I mean, they've spread disease.
Fair enough. Crop ruining.
Yes, yeah, our crops also would mysteriously die. Or be destroyed.
And they. No, well, and then they ran where?
Well, into the mountains.
Into the mountains.
Yeah,
Why are they called the flayed?
that's what they call themselves.
They come into town, they say, "We are the flayed. We're going to spread pestilence and ruin your crops unless you give us the food
And then that
from those
lady again.
crops."
And then they drink the blood and eat the flesh
Yes,
of
thank
people.
you, thank you, ma'am.
Like
Yes,
the Last
yes,
Supper.
Of course they do. Thank you. I've written it down. We've written it down, right?
Yes, we have.
Yes,
Absolutely
of
been
course.
written.
It's been written. It will be reported.
My cousin saw it
Yes,
happen.
Of course he did. Of
Oh,
course.
is your cousin nearby?
He's hiding in a well.
Does that work?
I mean, he's not dead, I don't think.
When was the last time you?
I haven't seen him in a couple weeks.
Right.
Asinius, I was outside, but I came back in and I was very quiet. And I go behind Asinius and I say, "Ask which mountains."
Good thought. Which mountains did they flee into? Have they headed back into Gothic territory?
So the mountains. Well, no, they're so that would be Germany. But the mountains over by Calicoy.
Ah.
You guys are not as subtle as you think you are.
I'm not eating them.
I'm so sneaky.
The
For our podcast listeners, Nick is trying to subtly eat trail mix.
A raisin. A single raisin.
way to fight off scurvy.
And
Not gonna get me today,
And
scurvy.
laying out M&Ms.
He doesn't think that M&Ms are real food, and he only wants to eat real food, so he's giving me the M&Ms.
So he's.
I'm not eating them
Yeah.
because we're on stream.
Butter wouldn't melt in this man's mouth.
The raisins.
You're outside.
Yeah. I went back out
Make me a
after.
listen roll.
Okay. My listen's much better than Ernest.
That's not a high bar to clear.
Yeah, I missed it.
Okay.
Do you
Can
want to
I
try?
use a
Do you want to
coin?
try? Yeah. We've got him.
We got him.
Spend him if you got him.
That's right. Yeah. I got it. It's
right.
a hard.
You hear screaming coming from the plague camp.
Ah.
You think you hear a woman screaming, "Please, Father, help me. Forgive me my sins. Don't let them take me. I can hear them."
Oh.
It's intense.
Okay. I don't think we can help her, but I'm gonna get closer so I can hear all the details.
Nice.
I want to hear
All right.
about.
You hear a crash and the breaking of masonry.
Uh-oh. Okay. I'm gonna follow the doctor's orders. Cover my face. Just do the littlest peek.
So so you look in the tent
Yeah.
and you see one of the doctor's assistants, a young man named Pilatos.
Oh, I can tell just by looking
Yeah.
at
He's
it.
got his name on the back of his robes.
Hello, my name is
Like a jersey.
Yeah, like a jersey.
Salvete, meum nomen est.
Wow.
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 What languages is
Hey,
there?
Nick, did you hear that Latin?
I did hear that.
Dane, you're mean.
You want to repeat some of that Latin back to us? Watros?
Particular.
He is like helping this woman who has fallen down. And there is an awful ripping sound, like almost like fabric, as the woman's skin splits along the spine
Ah,
and completely pulls away from her body. And Pilatos falls away like with her skin. And the body falls to the ground, twitching. and its mouth opens, and just a steady stream of black liquid just starts going. Bleh.
I think it would be appropriate for
I
me
think
to
a
make a
sanity roll,
sanity
yes.
roll.
Good old I-course sighting.
Icor sighting, which is, as I said earlier, 70. So watch out for that crit fail.
Yeah, here comes the fail.
Here comes the
You
crit
know.
fail. No, baby.
All right, so you lose.
It's a hard success.
You lose 1 sanity. You are a hardened soldier.
69.
Oh, nice.
And
I think about what's his face?
Palladius?
Tilly?
No.
Well, Tilly's the
oh,
Falcon.
Nabadidi,
Nabadibi.
Nabadai.
The bear.
Nabadi, nabadai.
Nabadi, nabadai. You remember that song?
I do not.
Oh. Till I die. We'll play it in the car.
Oh, God.
Nabadius.
You've been okay.
Nabadius. So I think about Nabadius to keep my sanity.
Pilatos will like see you and go, hey, help me.
What? I make a falcon noise to call my allies. Caw!
Do you hear something?
Yeah, it's Bells here. the telltale call of the falcon that will bring us to his side.
You must assemble.
Let us assemble.
We
I'm gonna kill all of you.
have 500 bits from Tenacious AG, who apparently has finally caught up.
Welcome back.
500 bits?
500 bits
Welcome.
to the Danes to medicine roll that lady back together.
Oh, sure. All right, everybody,
Man, that was
let's
sad.
do it.
Or use fire, whichever's easier.
Fire.
What are you rolling?
Thank you so
Medicine
much,
check to
Tenacious.
get that lady back.
So, Piratos is
2.
basically
You rolled a not 2 on that?
getting
How dare you, Ben?
an oilcloth and is just going to wrap the body, because this woman expires.
Why do I have to do anything then?
He made a
Help me
medicine roll.
carry her.
When I heard that call, I'm gonna come to him.
Okay. So you guys will head towards the plague tent.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. As you're leaving, the people are like, where are you going?
Wait,
Be right
I
back.
have more tales of them tearing the skin off of people.
thank you.
Gonna come into the tent and be like,
Yeah, so you can all make sanity rolls as you come in the tent. The
Thank
smell,
God we got away from those terrible pseudo. Oh, God.
40.
All right, if you make it, you lose 1.
69.
69. Oh, we all have
Nice.
some
I'm not going to say it.
All right. So, yeah, it is an awful scene as Pilatos has gotten Bellis here to help him, and they are wrapping
Hold
a
a
flayed woman.
moment.
Pilatos will go, yes?
Let me look. And I'm gonna come over, pulling the kerchief over my nose and mouth, and
Pardon my Greek, but I'm going to describe what I saw.
please.
I tell you what I saw.
Jiminy Jillikers.
Jiminy Crickets.
Would you? All right. And I'm gonna take all of that information on board and just be like,
Pinocchio.
that is
Good God, Pinocchio.
extremely interesting. Can you hold this lamp? And I'm gonna direct him to hold the lamp over the body so I can crouch and get a better look at it, touching as little as possible, but in using the oilcloth as kind of like a mitt around my hand to move anything around that I need to see.
Gee willikers.
Gee willikers.
You don't have to look.
I'm looking.
What's your language?
Oh, pardon me.
It is, so there was a 70s cartoon called Battle of the Planets.
I don't
That
believe
was it was a Japanese anime that came to America, and one of the characters was this little kid named Kiop, and Kiop in the show spoke in gibberish. And the reason for that is that in the Japanese version, the character of the little kid Kiop, his language was so foul that like they couldn't even edit it to like be a norm. So they were just like, okay, every third word is just gonna be like Bert, we should go, just like. But me as a
The
kid,
original beeping.
yeah, me as a kid, I was like, what a cool way to talk. That's
Yeah.
really neat. And then later on, thanks to the internet, I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a
Hold on.
minute.
That's so good.
It had a potty mouth.
That kid had a latrine mouth.
Yeah, so that's what I assume. Every time you say Jiminy Jillikers, you're like just swearing in the vilest way
Wearing a
possible.
blue streak.
In the After Dark, I'll tell you the real version.
That's why
Pardon me.
your reaction is always perfect. Like, hey, don't talk like that. You know?
Well, he
disgusting.
started it.
I did.
Yeah.
Watch your language.
So,
Sorry, sir.
yeah, this woman has no skin. You've never seen anything like this before.
And there's not a scrap of skin anywhere on her body. Like
Nope.
it peeled off
Yeah.
clean.
This was like, it
Like a glove.
must have been very satisfying, you know, when you're like peeling something.
So sad. Ooh, yeah, I can think about it. And feel it.
Erna in the 20s is like, oh, this sounds very familiar.
I mean, it is the skinless ones, right? Like it's the.
Oh yeah, we're all there.
Yeah.
We already got there.
That does tend to that does seem to be their modus operandi.
They were so tame back then.
I mean, they were able to skin people with a disease and get them to skin themselves. They've fallen a long
advanced.
way since then.
Yeah, but no art. No art.
Yes, it's artless.
Yeah, now they're more hands-on.
You know, you haven't taken a break in telling this story, and I feel like now that you've made a comment, like I feel like I can interject whenever I want now,
Oh no.
which is
This is not a pattern,
free.
Reggie.
Oh, okay.
This is a one-time opportunity, so you better get it out right now.
All right, I'll go get another drink.
Go get another scotch or something.
I'll get another.
The other
Scotch.
patients in this tent
Got it.
are just like in various levels of distress. Like, is that gonna happen to me?
Stop telling the story while I'm not here. I haven't gotten back with my drinks.
Hurry up, Reggie.
Shut up. Let her tell the story.
So Pilatos will ask you to take the body to the dump.
Yeah. Once I've gotten a good look in the light of the interior with the light of the lamp overhead, I'll get the others to help me wrap it up and haul
Okay.
it out.
Yeah. So
Does it feel any I've handled dead bodies before. I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
This is not new territory.
Yeah.
Does this body feel any different besides not having skin?
No.
Like any difference in weight or like distribution of weight?
it feels a little lighter, but it did just vomit out whatever that black stuff was.
Yeah, I think we need to take a look at the black.
I don't want to, but we're going to.
Yeah.
So you head to the dump. The dump is very well organized.
Oh, good.
When they
Well
say
organized dump.
when they say they are burying, what they mean is they've dug a ditch
Yeah.
and they're stacking the bodies. So
As long as it's well away from any water sources.
and they are all under weighted sackcloth that is spiked down.
Jesus.
Oh,
Not yet.
you're a believer now.
There are 32 bodies, mostly of villagers, 6 legionnaires.
I will take the moment to like count them.
Yeah.
Love counting.
You,
All you.
as a doctor, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. There's no scent of decay. Some of these corpses have been here days. There are no flies. There's no scent of decay. No scavengers have worried these bodies at all. The bodies are all fully clothed in the garments they died in, but each is completely skinless.
Doctor, is this normal?
Absolutely not. By now,
There should
especially
be vultures or something.
Do they have the black?
Their
Skin
mouths
around their
definitely have
mouths.
black around them. Everybody make me a spot hidden roll.
Can we? Oh, goody.
Oh, my spot
we may
is only
certainly
40.
attempt. That is a hard success on the nose.
All right.
regular.
So you two both notice that there are 2 stacks that have been disturbed, like the bodies shifted out of place.
Do I get anything more for the hard success, or is that just kind of how things look?
So one of the stacks is stable to the bottom, and then about a third of the way up, it gets out of shape. The other one is about halfway up. It gets out of shape.
Does it look like the bodies were laid into place and then have been disturbed afterwards,
Yes.
or like they were dropped
Yeah.
weird?
No, it looks like they were disturbed afterwards.
I want to
How would
go.
I tell the difference?
It's stacking like cordwood. Once you see the cordwood get shifted out of place, it's pretty easy to tell.
The breaking of the
By the way,
Yeah, but that could just be slot
everybody
stacking.
should make a sanity roll. Although,
Should I? I've seen a lot of dead bodies.
well, but these are all skinless.
Ah,
You threw it with their clothes
Very
still
good.
on.
I'll give
too,
you a
huh?
bonus die if you want it.
I failed.
Okay.
That does not surprise
So
me
you
at all.
lose one, everybody else doesn't lose anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I'm not
You've
the
seen a lot
hot
of dead-
number anymore.
Now you're the cold number.
I do want to go over and look at those 2 stacks and see if there's anything that I can spot about the point where the bodies start going kitty wampus.
Okay. Make me a track roll.
Ooh.
Do they look like they move on their own?
Yeah, can I
take
help?
from a safe distance?
Can we help?
Well, is anybody else going down in the ditch?
I think I might want to.
I'm incredibly good at track, but
But I don't want to go. But I'm not going down there.
I just failed a sanity roll. So you have to convince me.
Oh, I just failed a sanity roll too. That's my reason as well.
I would think that if you spotted this,
Yeah, I
and we're
will-
looking for this, you would relay back to me, and I.
Relate to the whole group. There's something odd about the piles here, and describe what I'm seeing.
Yeah, so
I
you're
would-
down in the ditch, like
Yeah.
looking at this stuff.
So I would ask our scout to see if there's any
Did you make the roll?
No.
Okay.
tracks around.
Okay,
Since you are our tracker,
I'm very good at this, sir. I'll try.
you don't have to go into the ditch, but at least like
I
look
have
around
to.
the edge.
Yes, you do. Come down here and look at this.
All right,
Okay,
go down there.
tracks.
The
I'll-
doc says.
I
Doc's
roll?
orders.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I look at you so sad. The biggest puppy eyes.
The 2 of you in the you're in the ditch?
Yeah.
All right, the 3 of you in the ditch can also make listen rolls.
Listen, Linda.
I rolled a 66, which is still a success on track.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And listen,
Yes.
I also got. Yeah.
Okay. Well, first the track.
We look and listen.
There is a slithering, bloody trail leading away from the ditch.
To the mountains?
It
I wouldn't
leads
know,
out of
but-
the ditch.
Oh dear.
And as you say, oh dear, you hear something moving about under one of the piles of corpses.
I'm gonna draw my sword.
Oh goodness. I get the crossbow out and I get behind.
I draw my gun.
Spears are long.
Into the ditch.
Yeah, I'm not going down in there. If it comes out though, I'll poke it back down.
I think I'll say out loud, there's a slithery bloody thing that just went into the mountains, and I think we got another one on board. Coming up.
Not the normal kind of scavenger, but
Lock and load.
Watch
yeah.
your mouth.
I can't help it.
But yeah, come around and like squinting. And is the moon up at this point?
It is make a luck roll.
We're doing this at night?
Yes.
That is a
It's
great
been night
time
the whole
to-
time.
Oh, goodness. I forgot
On
about
7.
All right, yeah, there's a
Nice.
pretty good moon.
That's a pretty good move.
Torches, moon, big
There are
flood
no
lamps.
there's yeah. So one of you has a torch.
Dane.
All right,
Dane's
you've got a
character.
torch.
Jane's character.
Dane character, old man.
Galerius.
Hilarious.
You're not
So you are like holding a torch up, kind of looking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to tell which stack. But you're kind of, because did anybody get a hard success on the listen?
Nope.
Yeah.
Wait, 28?
No.
No.
Okay. So yeah, and the noise is gone now.
I'm gonna start like moving around the piles, like intently looking, even poking at things with the tip of my sword.
All right. Yeah, you don't see anything.
You know who's good at poking?
Scratching my butt up here.
Oi, spear boy!
Oh boy. Anyhow. What?
We need your expertise.
Your
Yeah?
youthful body.
Yeah?
Your live form. We have use of it.
I stay up there and I wait for you to tell me what to do.
Come down here with your spear.
God damn it.
Dead
something.
bodies.
Poke something with your long shaft.
Oh God.
Poke
Is that an order?
poke skinless
It's gonna have
bodies.
to be an order if you're gonna say it like
I
that.
order you
Okay.
to use your big pointy
No,
stick
just
into this flesh pile.
please stop talking.
There's something squirming in there.
You've met him. This man cannot stop talking.
It needs to be run through.
What do I roll to block him out?
Sanity.
This reminds me of the time when
You've checked that skill so many times.
Yeah.
There's just a hole where that box used to be.
And I'm asking you which pile.
Yeah, I will say it's one of these two piles. I'm not sure which one, but here's where
both of them.
Here's where the issue starts on both of them. If you could start just like poking in that area.
I pause and then just drink in my situation.
Yeah, it's
for a
not good.
moment, and then I'll start
Stop drinking the blood of the dead.
driving this.
you
I'm gonna
just
keep
start-
a nice.
He's
I'm gonna keep
afraid.
as much distance though as I
So
can.
here's the problem. Down in the ditch,
which
Right, there are several problems.
Yeah.
The current problem is your spear is long enough that to maintain a good distance from one stack, you are almost at the back of another stack.
I'm gonna try and get an angle. I'm gonna take some time.
Yeah, he's like planning out the trajectories. Where will I be the farthest away at every
You
moment?
take the torch there. You stand there.
excuse me, are you
Galerius, make
giving me
me
orders?
I need to see.
Galerius, make me a
You can
spot
ask
hidden
nicely.
with the torch.
Oh wait, you said spot hidden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
40. No. I
Use,
cannot.
use a coin. Use a coin.
I'll
Boy, we got so many.
coin it.
My coins.
Oh no! Only
At
one
the
of those
camera,
is your
cool.
coin.
I was trying to go for your water bottle.
With too much gusto.
Oh!
You see everything.
One.
You can see forever.
All right, so as you're about to tell him to start stabbing, the body on the very bottom of this stack has skin.
Skin.
As you say that, one of the most terrifying things you've ever seen.
Yeah.
The skin goes.
Oh.
Where? Which
So he
one?
yells skin, and he's pointing at a stack.
The skin's alive. The skin's alive. It was on the body. It is now off of the body.
I just stab one of the corpses.
Okay.
Stab.
It's the
you need
bloody
me to roll?
slithery
I
thing
said I
I
stab us-
saw.
I take out my long
No,
sword
you are successfully stabbing that body.
and I start stabbing it with my
So
long sword.
as you stab the bodies, there is a horrible, like, wet. These are like squelching,
Yeah.
especially from the spear.
I've
And-
stabbed bodies before.
Well,
Ezra.
here's what's different. You stab in, and it's almost like tar or something, like pulling it out. You have to work to pull it out.
Yeah. I'll do little lesser jabs.
What's left on the blade or the spear
Black,
point?
gross,
It's black and gross.
Yuckiness.
Icor.
No, eye core.
Both of you make me luck rolls.
Okay.
49.
37.
Okay. Who missed it by more?
I have a 75.
I didn't miss it.
Well, sorry, who made it by less? So
I have a
you made it by like
75.
40.
I made it by 2.
Okay. So
Damn.
right
Yeah,
next
49
to
to
you.
51.
So you guys are like just at the edge of the torchlight, kind of watching them. Right next to you, something goes and then
I'm
skitters
gonna
away.
just immediately turn and stab in that direction, like pure body
right, it's
mechanic
gone.
instinct.
But it definitely skittered like around past another stack of bodies.
Oi! And I'm gonna point in the direction that the sound went.
What was it?
I don't know. Come.
Tracker.
Sir, I think
Go.
we're dealing with demons.
All right, track
And
the
I-
demon then, soldier.
Somewhere your voice go, I told you!
Go track the demon, soldier.
Okay.
Go track the
Sir, we just pour oil in and light it all on fire.
It's smoke
Doctor?
here.
If we set everything on fire, then the cloud of smoke is going to be incredible.
Inadvisable.
That'll infect everyone.
We have our mission.
I think
You
they
can now all clearly hear this like shuffling of sand.
I think we should get out of the pit, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Ooh.
Toot sweet. 10 hut.
Toot sweet.
All right, so as you leave the
Time roll to be first.
he's like pushing people.
Someone behind me.
I I will impose that climb check.
Ooh, I rolled a 66.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well, aren't you glad this isn't Delta Green?
I
I rolled a
am.
90.
I got a 30.
I got an ought 9, which is a critical
All right.
success on my climb.
The medic is the first one out.
that was smart.
Game respects game.
As the ditch falls dark,
As the ditch falls dark.
it's quiet. Too quiet.
This is the kind of quiet of something waiting.
The demons are plotting.
Track that demon, soldier.
Go back in the ditch by yourself.
Wait, no, I thought it climbed out of the ditch.
No, there.
Behind
No.
a pile of
No,
bodies.
when you guys left the ditch, it seems very happy. Whatever it is, seems very happy to have you gone.
I'm going to approach one of the. Is there anyone working here or attending
No,
the dish? No. Okay.
No, we're dumb right now.
I'd like to go back.
Just now?
I'd like to go back
This
to
moment
the tent
Okay.
and find who works these. Polonius, you said?
Pilatos is one.
Pilatos.
Abrax is currently sleeping.
Good.
All right.
Pilatos is like, he's still like trying to figure out what to do with the skin that is on the ground here.
Do you know of any creatures that have entered the pit?
What? No.
Have you noticed anything strange about the skin that's come off of these people?
Aside from it being skin that peels off of people, let's just assume that's the weird.
We haven't seen this. This is. I have not.
That's new.
Yeah. This is.
There's no skin on the bodies in the pit currently.
How did we not see that?
That's what I'm asking you.
Well, I mean, look.
You stayed away from the terrible pit.
Wait,
Yes.
everyone that you put into the pit had skin on them when you put them in there.
Yes.
That is not good.
They're evolving, the demons.
You don't know what evolution is.
Demons.
Stop using that word around people who are credulous.
Tell this child there's no.
I'm 42. Good sir, I'm probably
wrinkle
older
on
than
it.
you.
Not a wrinkle on him.
Do you moisturize?
I put olive. No, I actually don't. I don't bathe.
You don't bathe, but you do cover yourself with calves milk
Yeah, every morning.
every morning.
There's no such thing as demons.
So you say. You just saw that, right?
I have to say that was the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my entire 48 years.
He actually said Jiminy Willikers.
Amen, sir.
So there's no the bodies in the pit don't have skin.
They currently do not have.
They're like.
Yes.
And we.
It
He looks
slithered
at
away.
the skin on the ground, kind of
I would
horrified.
go throw that in the pit right now.
Hold on.
What about the thing in the pit?
Well,
Exactly.
I think the thing is skin because there was skin on a body
Please
and
stop
then there
speculating
wasn't.
out loud in front of the patient, sir.
Fair. All right.
Yeah, there's people like.
Just giving him a death glare of the like.
Perhaps this is not a medical situation, but a military one,
That's what I'm
sir. Perhaps tactics, sir.
thinking. I have a 55 in tactics.
Perhaps you should roll tactics.
Tactics says burn everything.
I'm kind of feeling that way.
I'm going to get another piece of oilcloth and use that to scoop up the skin.
Okay.
And without a word to the others, just head out and head in a direction that's like back the way that we came. Getting
Towards the fort.
no, like back towards where we landed.
Oh, okay. As you came up, okay.
Yeah, and get like hundreds of meters away.
Should you be by yourself?
Yeah, we
you
we
following
follow.
or what?
Yeah, we should follow.
Asinius just busted out of there with the skin.
I feel
Is anybody not following Asinius?
I don't. I'm looking to see what other people do.
I just order everyone to fucking follow the doctor.
Your entire team's like,
No. All right.
Yes,
Wait, what are you
there's no
doing?
D in there.
Where are you going?
Follow the doctor. Let's go.
Why?
Because they
Not
have,
you. I'm asking. I'm calling out. Why? What?
Because if this thing's made of skin, I don't want to add to it. I say, not even throwing a look over my shoulder.
What thing?
That sounds sound.
the demon.
When we get a significant different distance away, not super far, but far enough away that I feel comfortable. All right, who's got the torch?
I do.
I'm gonna lay this thing out and like start moving the torch over the skin to see if it reacts at all.
It does not seem to.
Moonlight?
Moonlight does not seem to have any effect.
I think that we...
Garlic?
Does anybody have the cross? A symbol of the cross?
I don't.
I'm gonna just
Believe
roll.
that
To
one.
Alright.
see.
Do we want to try one of those? Do you want to get one of those and go back in the pit?
I don't want to go back in the pit. But I do want to see if this is demonic in nature.
Quickest way to find out is to burn it.
I think they said we could make the sign.
We can make the sign.
The Chi-Ro.
We make the sign. Of
Although the
Chi-Ro.
Chi-Ro is normally like, it is a depiction. It's illustrated. It's not a hand signal.
Well, yeah, but like get something that we can draw it on,
Yeah.
like the sign of the cross type of thing.
Yeah, Constantine actually tells most of, like, when his soldiers went to war, he had them put it on
On the
their
shield.
Sadly, your shields are adorned with the Fortis Falcones symbol.
I'll turn it around, get a piece of chalk
What
or
about the
something.
people stationed here, though? What, do they have any shields?
Theirs do not have crosses on them.
I draw in the inside.
You think if you went back to the fort, you could find a cross.
All right, we go.
No, we don't have time.
We don't have
Nah,
time.
That's fair. I just want to see.
Well, we're gonna burn this right now, right?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I'm saying before we go back.
The doctor
to the pit.
says it's all right.
Look, we all have olive oil on us.
It's in an oil cloth.
We do all have, and we all take out our flasks.
All right, I'll drink my olive oil.
But yeah, like sprinkle it with the oil and set it alight, and
All right.
like crouch next to it and just watch.
Okay, make me a con roll.
Yeah, I'd stay away from the smoke.
All right, then you don't need to make me a con roll.
Yeah, I mean,
52 out of 75.
All right, that is a lot of smoke, and it's doing the camp out thing where whenever you
follows
move,
you.
the smoke like moves towards
You
you.
gotta say you like bunnies.
what?
Yeah, that has been. That is-
Puja will tell you about this. in the dark.
Ooh.
Somewhere Emma just went.
The ears go up.
No more Dreamlands. We've done enough Dreamlands.
We've done enough
Dreamlands. But yeah, we'll like shift and watch it, and then like lean out of the path and lick a finger and hold it up. Is there any wind that would be causing the smoke to move the way it is?
Nope.
But that never explains why campfires go to
It's true.
space.
It's true, but wind doesn't.
Demonic.
This smoke is like greasy and acrid, and I mean, you've burnt bodies before.
And greasy is to be expected because of all the fat that gets burned.
yeah,
but
that
this
part
is
of- but
different.
But this is just skin.
And this is just one piece of skin, but that's a lot of smoke.
All right, I'm gonna like pace a path around it while it burns, just watching it.
All right.
Staying out of the smoke as it
As much as I
follows
can,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the smoke doesn't like comically like swip around, but it's very slow. But it's just like whenever you stop, the smoke like goes that direction. It burns for about 20 minutes, which is longer than it should burn.
There's something wrong with the skins.
Yes. I agree.
You are correct, Doctor.
Is that your professional opinion?
You're all condescending asses.
You're welcome.
I think we need to find the flayed.
I saw a slithery path going away from the pit. Did I not?
Yeah, bloody trail.
Thank you, Keeper.
We follow that maybe tomorrow morning.
in daylight.
Yeah, this is not
I
the
think-
time.
But what if it comes back to attack us? I just,
Then you're a soldier and you'll defend
just
yourself
saying-
as I trained you.
yes, sir, old man. But
yes, sir, old man.
Trained us against.
That's old man, sir.
old man, sir.
I trained you in self-defense.
Against people.
Have you not gone hunting? Have you not killed yourself a boar?
These are not boar.
You know how to kill things. You're a professional, goddamn soldier. Now act like one.
This is Pinocchio, sir.
It's Pinocchio, Jake.
The point I was making, sir, is perhaps we should warn our superior officer.
Agreed.
All right.
I go and make my report to Corvus. It's
All
the
right.
middle of the night. He might be asleep, but I'm waiting.
Oh, he's not asleep.
I will stop us before we go into the area with people and be like, we are washing our hands
Fair enough.
to the elbow.
Okay.
So you all head to the well.
You will listen to me on this one.
I will. I'm listening.
Go, Tilly.
Tilly won't be able to smell me.
And I make sure that it's hot water too.
Oh, I clean off my spear.
Yeah.
Good.
And I
you
clean off
probably
my sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will clean off mine as well.
Then I look for a shield that has a cross on it.
Nope. Nobody notices. None of the soldiers notice that you have gross stuff on your weapons.
Oh, good.
So you come in and you find Corvus is like looking at a map of the local villages and stuff.
His bangs hanging down, covering one eye.
He'll look up. He'll say, "What have you got?"
We run it down, man.
Absolutely nothing that you are going to want to hear, sir.
I'm gonna make a sanity roll for Tilly. All right. He like.
We are not dealing with anything natural.
Medicus, what is your recommendation with the bodies? Is there something in there?
I think that there is. And I think that it is, if not the skin itself, removing itself from the bodies, then something that is eating the skin.
So a scavenger of some sort.
That's the best case scenario, sir. Yes. Unfortunately, the bodies are clean. Scavengers will take the skin but burrow into the soft innards, as opposed to stripping a body entirely of skin. This is
Well, also, it was reported that the skin sloughed off on its own.
well. There's that, but the people who put the bodies into the pit did not see that, and they weren't in the pit and to see it.
But you saw the skin come off of a person.
I did, sir, and so did another medical professional, sir.
Like a glove from a hand.
Is this going to happen to more people at that camp?
I hope not.
Perhaps the ill.
But the person who God, what was his name?
Doctor?
Pilatos?
Pilatos, yeah.
Pilates?
Pilato said that hadn't happened to anyone else that he was aware of before they went into the pit. So this may be a changing symptom. This may be a changing threat.
I recommend at first light we follow the bloody slithering trail from the pit and see where perhaps this possible scavenger may be located.
All right. I'm going to stay here and see to the defenses.
Yes, sir.
Follow that trail, but if it goes more than a couple hours, return.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Be back. But in any event, be back in these walls by dark tomorrow.
It will be done.
Not enough men. Do we cut off the camp?
I would recommend it.
The ill, sir, at least. Perhaps the recovered can join our forces.
No,
Okay.
sorry, I don't mean to snap at you.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just sensitive.
We don't know it.
The doctor did say that nobody caught it twice.
They also hadn't seen skin slough off of bodies. This might be changing.
That's fair enough.
Do not want to risk bringing disease into the walls.
What was the word you used? Bellolution? Skelelution? What was it?
I don't know, sir.
Evolution.
You said evolving.
Oh, I said evolving.
Right, my bad.
The illness is progressing, sir.
Changing,
Changing in
growing,
some way.
adapting, one might say.
Clever girl.
But
I know, DNA!
But I cannot make any predictions about where this is what is happening right now. This is beyond anything that I've ever seen. This is beyond what Abrax has ever seen as well. And he is nearly twice my age and has been involved in this far longer than I have.
Will he allow us to close the camp?
I don't think he has
Or will
any.
there be trouble?
Sir, you are the commanding officer.
I'd rather do...
This is what I think is necessary.
He may feel the same way as us, sir, if he is convinced of it. Don't bring up leeches, though.
Doesn't really care for leeches.
He is also exhausted.
He is also
he's
very excited.
He's kept run on piss and vinegar, sir. But
Olive oil.
I'm
and
afraid...
Yeah.
I'm afraid that might be true for all of us soon.
very likely. But if we're able to keep it contained into one area, maybe at least we can keep this from spreading.
All right. Yeah, you'll follow the trail tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna get these defenses in shape. No one except for you that's been in that camp is gonna be coming back into the fort.
Sir, pardon me, but are we gonna send word back to Constantinople, Nova Roma?
This is all going down in my logbook, but
Is there a bird we could send? Some sort of fast
Oh,
hunter with
Some sort of majestic.
a sharp
raptor.
clawed,
if only we had a bat.
keen eye. No,
Okay.
that's what's starting this
it's
mess.
not my favorite bird, but pigeons are very good at sending messages.
But can we trust
We
them?
don't have a bird,
Oh,
and I'm not going to give a message like this to anyone I don't trust explicitly.
It's too easy to fall into the wrong hands. And the wrong hands are anyone who's going to panic at this, which, frankly, is anyone with any sense.
Our first job here is to figure out this cult and get rid of it. As soon as we figured that out, we order the men here to start cleansing this place, and we go back and we tell the Magister. And a legion comes in here and takes care of this.
Tragic.
The needs of the many.
All right, get some rest.
Yes, sir.
I hang back for
Yeah.
a second. Sir, if I can have a word.
Of course.
What, if I may ask, motivated you to take this mission? It seems
I don't choose. I go where I'm told.
Did they tell you why they picked you and this unit?
No. My guess is they don't have the manpower right now with everything that's going on in Nova Roma. There's going to be a triumph at the opening, and that's a full legion. And they don't want to pull the legion. That that legion has a very important job to do there. To look damn impressive.
I don't know if they do this in the Roman army, but permission to speak freely, sir.
Always.
I'm concerned for our men, and I'm concerned for you. You seem not yourself as of late.
I would be worried about anyone that was themselves in this mess right now.
I'm saying, even before this mission, sir, you seem to have been...
We're so close, Galerius.
I understand, sir.
We're so close, and to be so close and to draw this terrible stick.
You know, I've heard tale of soldiers disappearing in such circumstances.
Don't even say it.
It would be a crying shame to be a disservice to the Empire in that way.
Death before dishonor.
Death before dishonor, sir. The fighting quack will happen. I appreciate your time.
We'll get through this, Galerius.
Yes, we will, just as we have
We
every other
survived worse than...
time.
I mean, look, we've got plenty of food,
We got plenty of food.
so that beats the Battle of Hypatios.
Oh, tell me
3
about it.
days.
We were we were boiling skirts for that one, weren't we? Oh.
I still don't know what those berries Belisir found were.
I don't know, but
kept you alive, sir.
you're not even.
They did. We'll get through this.
They made my tongue so purple it was hilarious. And I shat my brains out.
Tomorrow,
Yes, sir.
release an extra ration of grog.
It will be done, and it will be appreciated. These people need something.
Yeah.
You have a good night, sir.
Good night, Galerius.
And I salute.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I Roman salute.
Yeah, don't you?
Roman salute wasn't really used in Roman times.
What's the Roman salute?
I am not replicating that.
Oh, is
Thank
that what
you.
that is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just thought it was-
That's what they call it.
That's what
I
they.
thought that was just the Nazi thing.
No, the Third Reich wanted to be the third iteration of the Roman Empire.
Got
and
it.
so they did a lot of things and called it Roman.
Got it, bro.
And that's what's been kept.
Understood.
So yeah, it's hard to sleep. You keep hearing like
Skitters.
little, you know,
Skitter scatters.
is something climbing the wall? Is that the sound
Oh,
of something climbing the
everything,
wall?
wherever I'm sleeping has to be barricaded. Like if there's windows, I'm like stacking.
So unfortunately, you are billeted outside.
Oh, lovely.
So you are sleeping. I mean, it's a lovely night. So you know,
Is it?
well, weather-wise.
Okay.
I think I've grown accustomed to sleeping like hunched up against something. Like
So you're up against the wall.
yeah, and like not necessarily with my eyes open because that seems ridiculous, but like I'm very used to half sleeping.
That soldier way
Yeah.
of sleeping with one eye open.
Yeah,
so to speak.
yeah. You are ready to wake up if anything happens.
Yeah.
And there are guards on watch on the walls.
They have enough people for that? That's great.
I mean, it's, you know,
That's
I
what
do
they're-
find
that's what
one of
they're
those
there to do.
shields, right?
with a Chiro.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You.
Not sure if I believe in it, but
But that's the problem. You have to.
so they say. But they say a lot of things.
So
They do.
in the morning, you wake up, you have some breakfast, and you gonna head back to the pit.
Yep.
All right.
Little grumbly sound from over there.
It's easy to find the track.
It's easy.
There it is.
Yep, right
I
there.
found it.
I found
You
it.
notice that the body of the woman has been added.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
skin's
now on
already
a
off.
stack.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't put it on the stack. Did someone else?
Polonius or
You don't know.
Pilates?
Pilates.
It is now on top.
I keep wanting to call him Polonius, but that's because of Hamlet.
Yes. He's behind the curtain. It's pretty easy for you to find the track. You made a great roll.
Yeah.
Can we find some like bottles of oil or something, like something more flammable in case we need to like
Yeah, you have like a thing of oil. Sure, you can eat. Yeah.
I'd like each of my men to
Yeah,
this
sure.
extra
You've got-
equipment
yeah.
and something easier.
And you each have a
spark it.
torch.
Yeah.
You know, that's ready to go. Not lit, of course, but
I think there's like a way to, I don't know if they did this, but I think there's a way to pack embers.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, in like a leather,
Or inside of a clay jar.
something like that. If we
like
can,
a fire starter kind of thing.
yeah.
Basically carrying a live ember with us so that we can just touch it too and not have to do.
Everybody make me luck rolls. If we get 2 successes, you've got them.
Oh, 50 on the dot.
I'm glad I spent that
34.
luck.
Okay.
93.
All right, that's 2 successes. They have one of them.
Okay,
That's enough.
then we'd like to take that.
Yeah,
with us.
yeah. They'll hand it over. I mean, you're the bosses now.
Here comes
One
the new
ember
boss.
jar,
Same as
please.
the old boss.
Are you gonna go on foot or horseback?
I've grown attached to these horses.
So
in
you
that
don't
way-
want them to die?
That's sort of what I'm thinking. Yes.
You know, I have a history with horses.
I want to
You
get
do.
back. I want to get back before dark.
We have 1,000 bits
Holy crap.
from Suspense a lot.
Suspense a lot.
Oh, that was look. It was right on the line.
hanging out,
on the table.
Nice.
Thank you so much for this. For the love of God, it took him 15 minutes to figure out how to get those bits. So use those first.
Aw, cute.
Noted.
They'll need them.
Let's dive into danger.
Yes.
I put the Dane in danger.
So
You certainly do.
horseback or no? The plus
Yes.
I think yes for
faster.
for speed.
Yeah.
It'll be funny because here's how it'll actually work. The horses will get us out further, faster. Then when they die horribly and become skin monsters and try and kill us,
Yep.
we'll be stranded there.
Exactly.
Why am I don't even need to run this. You
I spent my.
I learned it from
Tilly number 2.
Wow, that horse has to go get some milk.
It's like,
I'm sorry, you must be brave. And I will take courage from you. Good
God.
Tilly number 2.
I'll never leave you, Wilbur.
somebody help me. All right, so you ride on. It's the track
Right on.
is a little harder to follow, but there is the occasional spatter of crimson on leaves or a bush. And make me a track roll here. Let's see if you can ascertain this.
Or a
goal.
demon roll. I think that would be appropriate.
That was a hard.
Okay, a hard success. This thing is half walking, half dragging itself. So there are like not quite footprints, but then there's like a whoosh, like a drag mark,
Like a
and then
slug.
whoosh.
I'm just making noises.
What?
Ah,
What do your elven eyes see?
well, sir, it was a red sun, which means we're all gonna. It's half dragon, half crawling, sir.
Half dragon?
Dragging, right? Yes.
it's
I'm not
crippled?
quite sure, but I meant to say dragging.
So it's damaged in some way.
Perhaps, or it was never fully formed, sir. Perhaps it is a
What do
full
you-
thing.
I mean, if it is something that was created by the skins of the people who were put in there that didn't necessarily come with
ridiculous.
legs,
Somebody
Think
got
about what you're saying.
I am thinking about what I'm saying, and I'm thinking about what we saw.
If you could perhaps imagine a skinless one, this would be quite the opposite.
A skinful one.
Skinful one, you could call it.
Or a skinful many.
Perhaps. That is interesting, sir.
Thank you.
You're very smart.
I am. I have an education of 85.
Oh,
So
that's
do I.
very high, sir.
about an hour.
So no bones were missing from the pit, though. Just skin.
No bones
Exactly.
about it.
Just skin. No muscle was missing. No bones were missing.
No clothes were missing. The skin came off through the clothes.
Right.
It's naked. Naked wrestling.
No, of the worst kind.
Not in the fun way. Though.
Not in the fun way at all.
Undead pancratian.
Oh.
About an hour of travel. You're now heading up into like foothills to the east.
Towards the mountains?
Not quite to the mountains. The foothills go on for quite a while.
Okay.
The weather starts to get overcast, and rain is rolling in for sure.
Is it going to be harder for you to track?
We did what we could.
Time to abandon ship.
Look, and I assume everyone
Well, we
else is going
should
to
keep
agree.
track of the time because we're ordered to be back by.
We need to be back in the walls by dark. We
Yeah.
took off like just after dawn.
Yeah.
And the dark's gonna come
Unfortunately, not see, you know,
sooner.
the overcast weather does not help with.
Oh, my sundial.
We should, like, we're soldiers. We should have
yeah,
pretty
you-
good at like internal
You're not
clock.
bad, yeah. About 2 hours later, just about the time you're thinking about turning around, you come upon a farm. It has, like, all the way around it, a sort of crumbling 3-foot tall stone that's just stacked stones, little wall. And there are corpses scattered throughout this farm.
Everyone put on your masks.
The doors to the farmhouse are open. The barn doors are closed. The thatched roof is like wet and hanging down. But you see about a dozen corpses, maybe half of them skinned.
Skinned or just missing skin?
Hard to tell the difference these days.
Yeah.
Well, skinned is a little bit messier.
Yeah, I would assume that there'd be, yeah, I guess I'll have to get closer.
And less ichor.
Yeah, what's the mouth situation?
Yeah.
Are you gonna? So you're entering this
We're gonna
area?
get closer
Masking up and getting a little...
Weapons drawn, soldiers.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
well,
That's automatic.
yeah, sword drawn, shield up.
Yep.
Crossbow out.
And it's a real cross bow now. You put
Oh
the
yeah, I
cross on it.
added like.
Or, as the Romans call them, manuballista.
Yeah, it said I was a Manu Ballista sharpshooter.
Yes.
Look, they call it chainmail, and I don't think that was what the Romans wore. Even
Actually, in 330, that was
Really?
yeah. There's a whole thing in
330,
here. If you really want to be that kind of gamer, about like the equipment changes, no more gladius. You know.
I mean, I'm curious, but not curious enough to
Ezra,
dive
you're
into it now.
notorious for the details.
Yeah, that's
man.
right. You know,
Yes, he's notorious for ignoring them.
yeah. You're wearing power armor.
We're a bunch of glitter boys.
Ooh, yeah, we are. Glitter boys.
like
Glitter
Robo-
boys.
Okay.
Are we making DPS damage or?
So you
Rips.
come in, and there is some black stuff around some of the mouths of the people, but a couple of them appear to have just been flayed.
Just straight up flayed, blood everywhere.
Yep.
Gross.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Be quieter? Yes.
Do you want to scope out the farmhouse? There's a barn. The farmhouse, the doors are open.
Okay.
The barn, the doors are closed.
Let's do a sweep.
Let's check the farmhouse first, because I feel like whatever's waiting for us is going to be in the barn.
Everybody make me a spot hidden. Sinius, you'll have a bonus die.
Thank you.
6.
I got a 97.
Also a 6.
Wow.
A regular
So
success.
2
All right.
crits, I think.
So,
6.
666.
okay. Great for you, terrible for you.
Sounds good, sir.
So you both
Whatever you
notice
say.
that a couple of these bodies have definitely been bitten. One of them has bite marks here.
And this one has a hickey, sir.
So one of them has a bite mark in the forearm.
Yeah. And one of them has a bite mark at its neck, has just been savaged.
Oh.
You're like, you're scouting, checking things out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Scouting.
spooked and I got the crossbow out.
And so, you are sort of backing away, and you get to the barn door, and you bump into the barn door, and there's a weird give, and then you feel something push back on the door very hard.
Called it.
The whole barn's a mimic.
I turn around.
That was down darker trails. That was-
I turn around, pointing the crossbow at the barn door, and make the falcon call. Ah!
I spring into action.
The boy made the call.
you run away.
I'm 42, sir.
Oh, the crumbling wall take off.
That's what the spear's for.
Oh yeah.
That's what a real seasoned soldier is.
You just hear-
I'm a survivor.
I mean, it's true.
All right, so you see Belisir is like turned around and is pointing the crossbow at the barn door.
What happened? Report.
Spirit, I run towards.
Yeah.
I bumped into it quite by accident, and it bumped back. There's something in there.
Everybody ready your weapons?
Yes, sir.
Already.
Yeah. You say that to the head of a spear.
When I give the signal, you're going to open the door, and we're going to see what's inside.
You're like, I've got a crossbow.
Sir, I've
What?
got a crossbow. That might not be tactically sound,
I
but
should
All right.
open the door.
No, you have the spear, which gives you reach. Let me open the door.
All right, Doc, you're opening the door on our count.
All right.
In position, everybody in position.
We're all in position.
yes, sir.
I give the nod.
All right. You
Pull it
open the door.
and as soon as it's open far enough that I think that that we can get in at least, I'm going to book it back a little.
All right. So this, unfortunately, is a pull open kind of door. It's not a sliding door. And so you pull it open, and there is darkness inside.
Cover me. I'm going to light a torch.
Aye.
I'm going to use some flint and steel.
All right,
up
you light a torch.
and I throw it inside.
Medieval flashbang.
Medieval flashbang.
So the torch lands very much almost like off to the side in the barn, and it immediately lights up a very dead cow that is just like sort of looking out at you with sightless eyes.
I'm gonna gesture for you to get closer to, because you have the ranged weapon, you'd be able to look around inside, and you also have the eyes of a falcon.
Oh,
Sir.
In her pocket.
Yes.
In his pocket.
Thank you.
Just pieces of falcon all over.
Yeah, we do. That's
We know
what
where
really
Tilly
happened to
is.
Tilly.
oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Gross.
Don't say that.
Tilly was a 5-piece combo.
Oh my god. Don't you.
There's not enough meat on it. Trust me, I found out the hard way when I ate Tilly.
Drago, look at this baby face.
3 days without food? That falcon was looking good.
Got back at me for the berries.
As we're boiling our skirts and chewing on leather.
I was like, man, why is Domineus in such a good mood?
Have y'all seen Tilly?
Yeah, I saw Tilly earlier this morning.
Farm.
Yeah, he was circling.
Oh, I love it.
Said he'd get some cigarettes. Okay.
Be right back.
I mean, yeah, I follow orders. Crossbow out. And I'm curious, I mean, why is the cow dead? How is the cow dead?
Are you gonna like approach the cow?
I mean, I'm more
the
concerned.
entrance.
You should definitely stay outside.
Yeah, but I'm doing like
Checking
a.
the entrance.
Yeah, seeing what I can
Make
see.
me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. Big guy.
Just at the entrance.
Ah, dang it.
Because if there's anything
Hey, you know
in
what?
there to
We've
shoot,
got to spot
I'm
die.
gonna
Spencelot wants these used.
I'm gonna hesitantly point out I have the most reach, so if anyone's gonna
Just
like
regular.
peek
All right.
in,
she's got them.
Yeah, there's something moving
I
like
can keep
behind the
something at
cow
bay. I
in
have
the
a spirit
darkness.
shield.
That's true.
If I see movement, I'll take a shot.
Okay, you're just gonna loose a bolt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot a bolt, ask questions later.
Make a crossbow roll.
As soon as he makes that shot, I'm gonna call him back.
Okay.
I am looking to where that shot went.
Yeah, baby. That is a hard.
Okay.
Hard.
What's that drawing there, Ezra? What's the little drawing?
What's the drawing?
What's the little drawing in
What's
the
the
book,
drawing?
Ezra? Ezra, what's the drawing, huh?
Terrible Shriek, which is a cross between a cow and a Furby.
Oh God.
Look,
Who should take second?
A cowbie?
Cowbie.
If you're not going to use a keeper screen,
That's what you get.
That's the same drawing, Ezra.
Look, they're cheap. Okay, roll your damage.
5. Oh, and I get a D4.
That's part of it.
I've got such big dice.
Cannot lie.
8.
Ouch.
8.
Okay. There is a meaty thunk inside, and you clearly hear like a.
So I'm gonna pull him back, and
Yeah,
then
I'm backing
I'll
up.
put him forward.
All right,
with
at this point,
shield
we're going to
up
go
and-
into initiatives.
here we go.
Alright.
Why?
But why?
No, I don't understand. Everything's fine, right?
Everything's fine.
What?
Tell
weapon do
me
you
everything's fine.
I have a throwing spear, but I'm mostly relying on my sword and shield.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to prep your spear first.
Okay. Effectively, what I had planned was actually what I did in Appenzic War, which is be the shield protection for the spear over my shoulder.
Oh, that sounds more military.
How tactical of you.
I may have actually been in a combat with
There you go.
anyway. SCA combat. It's
yeah.
fine.
No, I was like,
Not real combat.
clarify, Ren, please.
So
Hence it's fun.
so he'll be your shield, and then you'll have your spear on his shoulder.
We're about the same height.
Yeah. I won't run.
Better not.
You better not, or I will.
Better not, soldier.
So you're the frontmost person
Yes.
with your shield. Okay.
Why are we using the shield that has a cross on it?
'Cause I don't believe in that mumbo jumbo.
Man of science.
I'm about hedging my bets here.
It doesn't work if you don't believe in it, and I've seen too many deaths to believe
How
in
do
any
you know
gods.
that's true?
We're not having this conversation right now.
We're having this conversation
This
right now.
could be last night.
Ending this conversation are horrible, like desperate awful noises of these 3. They look like humanoids.
I'll be the judge of that.
They are. Let's see. Where is
That thing's definitely not humanoid.
That thing?
There was
How
a
do you
bat
know?
there.
These are brutish monstrosities, a ferocious creature consumed by an insatiable thirst for human blood. They're hairless with pointed bat-like ears, dark, soulless eyes, and long, hollow fangs.
Yay, vampires!
I am
Their
a
long
vampire, I
limbs-
am a vampire.
End in sharp claws.
You're giving Nosferatu.
And they will come rushing forward.
Draw them into the sunlight.
And they
Oh, it's overcast.
they are going to attack everybody but the crossbow person. So you have your shield at the ready.
My shield is up.
Yeah. So let's talk about combat in Cthulhu Invictus.
Yes.
Okay.
You notice you all have armor,
Yes.
and the armor has ratings. So damage is reduced variably in this game. So for instance, if your armor is a D8, it's going to take a D8 of damage off of whatever you take. So when I roll damage, you'll roll your armor. Shields have a percentage next to them because your shield is like a parry, essentially. Because you have your shield prepared, I'm going to give you a bonus die
Thank you.
on your shield roll. So let's have the one attack you first. It is running towards you with,
Is the shield's armor how much it takes before it gets destroyed?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
So next to it is damage and armor. Both are 20.
I have a critical success here.
I have a regular success on the block.
But you made your shield roll.
Yes.
Okay. So, with its first, with its hands, it just rips through your shield.
Oh.
Because, well, let me actually.
Can I just say also, I really hope Lope's watching right now because we're following mechanics.
Well,
Don't get
Lope-
used to
But
it.
yeah, and
Lope,
also,
we love you.
Lope, tell us where we're messing up.
Yes,
Because I'm
yeah.
sure we're messing up
Tell us how we're
somewhere.
messing
Your
up,
shield
Lope.
has 20, right?
Yes.
All right. So it doesn't just. It almost destroys your shield.
Does it get caught in the shield?
No, but it does 15 points of damage to your shield.
So, okay, so the damages are like the hit points for our shield,
Yeah.
and then the armor for the shield is.
That's
what we wanna roll
comes
under.
off of if you make the parry. But in this case, because of the way you had it set up, it's just hacking at your shield because that's what it can get at.
Okay.
That allows the other one to get by and take a swing at you. You can parry, which is using your spear to kind of just fight it off.
Would that be so? That would be my spear skill as opposed to just making like a dodge roll.
Yes.
Okay. Then I assume that's the same as my spear attack.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Regular.
Just a
Oh, are
regular.
we getting a
Do you
reroll?
want
Jeez.
Is that? Did you just?
take the reroll, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, jeez.
I rolled the exact same thing.
All right.
That is, in the old parlance
That's a
of the
Nick.
Danes,
Yep.
is called
That's
rolling
a
a
Nick.
Nick.
Oh,
Well done,
Nick is
Nick.
back.
Yep.
We have
Welcome back,
we
Nick.
used to say that forever, but we haven't gotten
It's
those in
been
a while.
a long time
Yeah, I
since
should-
that happened.
You know.
I mean, we haven't gotten rolling an Amy or rolling an
yeah,
Emma
yeah.
in a long
You know,
time.
Amy's and Emma's went with Amy. You know that.
Yeah.
God, do
That
I
was a
push
tribute
it?
to her.
Do I push it?
Real good. Dun,
Yes.
dun,
That
dun,
does
dun,
sound like
dun,
Nick.
That does sound like a Nick.
That's-
dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
only roll the
dun,
same
dun.
thing so many times in a
Dun, dun, dun,
row. Trying to get upright strike. What are you doing? There we go. That's how you do
So-
it. See, that's
Bark, bark,
transformative.
bark, bark,
I didn't roll a critical.
I rolled
bark, bark.
2, 3 higher. It's different though. It's different.
It
Still a
is
70, but
All right. So this thing seems to ignore your.
feeble attempts.
Yeah.
Poking it with a stick and a sharp.
And it rakes its claws across you.
Now, Ezra, not to derail this train, but we were
Oh, come on.
trying to do like
Roll
a
6 for my
maneuver
armor.
where Ren's character was like protecting.
Yes.
Yes,
And then that got
and one of the
rectified.
vampires got onto my shield.
That's why that first vampire didn't do any damage. It just did damage to the shield.
Fair enough.
Sadly, you only take 4 points of damage.
Does
Sadly.
it get soaked by my armor?
What'd you roll?
6.
Yes, it does.
Playing.
So your armor takes care of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's why I
It's-
wear it.
Its second attack, now that it has a hold of you, it's going to try and bite you.
Oh,
Nom,
no.
nom, 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 nom.
Hold on.
I am going to be a vampire with this character.
Vampire.
Vampire Nick.
So this you can try a dodge roll.
I get a critical.
Come on!
I mean, use another cheese bit.
I mean, you could use a cheese bit.
Got it. You
could get a critical.
You. Come on, you can do it.
You
Burn
got
that
6
sweet
cheese bits
cheesy
there.
bit.
He's got 5. He already used one.
So
You know what?
savory.
Yeah.
Critical fumble.
Cheese.
For you,
Cheese.
Oh, 9!
No,
Oh,
but-
8.
08.
Damn it. Tie goes to the defender.
Good burn of a bit.
Good
I
burn of a
appreciate
bit.
it.
I love a toasted cheese.
That was a
We love
very
it.
well spent. Not the critical fumble I wanted.
And one will come at you.
Oh no. Shield up, I guess. I don't
Now
know.
you're gonna be a
You
vampire.
have a shield?
I do have a shield.
Yeah.
Oh, 4!
Oh.
Hachi Machi!
Do you want to reroll?
Yes, please.
You want to get a
11.
Spend all your luck. Rental.
It's a rental.
Wait,
Rental.
is an 11 a critical success?
Could be
Which
by
of these
spending
stats am I doing?
Are you
Your shield?
Your shield, yeah.
My shield is oval shield 20 and 55.
So 55, it's not a critical. Oh wait, no, 11
it
is.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you block this because he rolled a critical, but you have a critical. God dog it. Make me a luck roll.
Range soldiers.
I know,
Yeah, the stats on these guys are
Thank you
crazy.
to our wonderful viewers and patrons for giving
Yes.
us these bits to serve to help us survive.
68
you.
out of 69.
All right, so your shield takes 7 points of damage.
Better than mine.
And I count that towards the first one or the second one?
The first one, not the 55.
Great.
And now, before we get to the player actions, is an appropriate time for everybody to make a sanity roll.
Yeah.
That's an appropriate time.
And we have incoming bits from Apostus Killed Me.
Look, you might as well keep one
at
of
all
those.
these-
They're
New,
blaming
uh,
Apostus.
We got new folks
think I got a crit.
throwing in.
Or,
Thank you, everybody.
I'll stick at you on a reroll if you want a second.
No, I feel displeased with the situation.
I would
This
like a
is-
reroll.
this is organic.
All right, I'll
Go
just
ahead and keep
this
that.
one, yeah.
That is better.
He's hoping you roll a Turbo Amy.
I did not roll a turbo Amy.
All right, so you lose 2 sanity. Everybody else loses 1. Boy, I'm not rolling sanity well
I guess
today.
new names to me, but if they know what a turbo Amy
I
is,
actually,
they've been around
I don't
for
think
a while.
we. So an Emma is a Turbo Amy.
Yeah. So rolling an Amy is.
I will not remember.
Yes, you will. Rolling an Amy is doing a reroll and getting worse. Rolling an Emma is getting a reroll and rolling a critical failure.
And then ending the universe.
Yeah, she
yeah.
did it in the universe once.
I actually had a little table where I would mark down every Emma, Amy, and
wow.
Nick.
Although in fairness, that was because we did a cast change and it was kind of forced upon us. So.
Well, we didn't know that at the time.
nope. But it was what was it? A 97?
Yeah, to hit a box with a crowbar
Yup.
and end the world.
And
And
the world.
Pooja is rolling 3 dice and getting zeros on all of them. That happened once.
I remember.
Yes.
The funny part was, as soon as she did that, that was the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, next week we'll find out what happened. Then it was like 6 months.
It was like 4 months, but yeah, it was the entire summer where we were like, well,
Yeah. Figure. All right. I don't know your dexterities, so I'm going to just start counting down. 80,
no.
75,
I'm an old man.
Wow,
70.
you are
70.
decrepit.
All right.
I'm,
So there is this horrible slavering beast in front of you.
I want to take a stab at it with my sword.
Okay, that sounds entirely appropriate. It's going to try and dodge. It is not going to dodge.
50 is a regular success.
Okay, roll your damage.
So that's a D4 and a
By the way,
D8.
this one has an arrow sticking out of it,
A bolt?
and there's no blood. Oh, sorry, a bolt.
Yeah.
And there's no blood or anything.
Don't love that for us.
They're running on
That
empty.
is 7.
Okay, so that's okay. It did not enjoy that. You definitely slice across it, and some black ichor starts to come from the wound.
Oozing out.
Yes.
I recently learned that it's pronounced ichor.
It is
there we go.
technically ichor, but it doesn't.
But ichor sounds better.
It's whatever you want.
Language is what you make it.
Indeed.
But there is a correct enunciation.
70s.
I mean, look, my favorite pedant corrected me in how to pronounce pedant. So,
I have a 65.
I have a 65 too.
65. We'll start on this side.
Yeah, I will shift my grip on my spear to be more towards the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Get up to this thing and try and get it away from me.
We call that choking up.
yes, we do.
All right, roll.
Yeah, we do.
So 50 regular.
All right, it will try and dodge. 4, baby.
Oh my god, you are rolling
This
high.
thing matrixes you. It's just.
Does that mean it lets go? Because if it's holding on to me, it should have a penalty dice.
You know what? I will totally accept that. It's a great point. It still dodges
With the penalty dice?
with a penalty die. I am rolling well today.
I
65.
kind of want to use a.
Oh.
Is it okay if I use a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use it a cool. I'm always
All right.
excited.
So all you need is a hard success to get this thing with
That's
the.
it. Oh, 89.
Well, that's not going to get it done.
Is that worse?
That's worse.
Did you just roll an Amy?
So now I should push it, right?
Obviously.
Get a turbo Amy or an Emma.
I will go for the most injured one.
All right. You.
That
so,
would be the one that's. But who?
So
front of me,
firing
yeah.
into
You.
combat will add a penalty die, unless you don't care who you hit in the combat.
I do care.
All right. That's very comradely of you.
Don't hit me. I've got a bad knee.
You can also take a turn.
used to be an
get-
adventurer.
You can aim. You can spend the round aiming if you want to actually hit.
My crossbow's very good.
Oh, okay.
Famous last words.
Critical fail.
Zero,
So you're
zero,
shooting
zero,
the one that
zero.
just got sorted.
It was a fumble.
Oh, outstanding.
Fuck, dude.
So
Since I called it, I think I get it.
no. Look, I said like well,
But it's a fumble.
But it's a fumble.
Up to you, buddy.
What's the malfunction for a crossbow?
oh yeah. What is the malfunction for a crossbow?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Loeb,
Was he
right
thinking?
in. What's the malfunction for a
100.
crossbow?
Okay, so it's not.
No, it's
100.
range.
Is that?
It says range.
Oh, yeah. Malfunction doesn't have anything.
Thomas, look up the malfunction for a crossbow.
No, if it doesn't have it, it
he's got
doesn't
the
have
book
it.
in
Doesn't
front of
want
him.
to. He just doesn't want to.
No, he does not. You are correct. He's
Playing
shaking his head about it.
Gloomhaven.
Who can blame him?
I mean, Gloomhaven on computer is infinitely superior to a tabletop.
I'll
true.
Google it.
No, it's 99 to 100. So that was not a malfunction.
Oh.
So you just missed spectacularly.
Ah!
You will. You will need
I
to
hit a
spend next
falcon.
round reloading.
Okay.
Goes right by my head.
In a falcon.
As it falls down as a name tag.
Okay, that was 65.
It was
60.
bringing you the pack of cigarettes.
55. 50. 45.
Oh, this is a dang character.
Old man. 40.
Come on, keep going.
35.
We got him!
Whoa.
Wait, so it is.
Hurry up and save us! Get this thing off of me!
So
Stop
it is
dancing
less,
like that. Your dexterity's not that good.
Oh, my knee.
less dex than Reggie, which
That's
is
right.
unusual.
All right,
By
roll.
10.
What are you doing?
He was dancing.
Oh, you know, I'm tying my shoe. So there's active vampires actively on my troops.
I didn't say vampire.
We did.
Bat things. Which don't leave.
Ezra, I would like to
do
attack
it.
the thing that with the fangs.
All right.
The
Hey,
first,
roll
the
your
first vampire. Sorry,
there's one on
that
you. So
creature on.
there's one attacking you. so-
Me.
Yeah.
I attack it.
All right.
Do you?
Fair.
With that inflection, I wasn't sure.
What's the deal?
Longsword, fighting brawl. What am I doing?
Probably long
Brawl
sword.
it. Go ahead.
Naked wrestling.
Regular 80. I
Get those
rolled a
clothes off.
58. I rolled a 58.
All right, so that's a regular success.
Rego.
This got a. Oh, it missed a hard on its dodge. All right, roll your damage.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, 10. Ooh.
Ow.
you have a
Sorry,
D10?
D8.
Oh, I was
sorry,
gonna
my
say.
bad.
Like,
D8 plus
I thought-
anything?
Yes, plus a D4. My bad. Oh, I gotta dig it out. I haven't used a D4 in a minute.
Oh.
Lovely.
Instead, it's a 3 damage, Ezra.
Well, okay.
It
All right,
notices you.
so
It's
give a little whimper?
toothpick.
okay. So
I shove my sword into its
better than me.
hollow tooth.
No.
Oh.
yeah, you know that's how good your spot was. That you're like, and the teeth are hollow. So we're gonna do something we've never done before. We're ending the episode in combat.
Big combat.
Ooh.
Cool. You get to pilot my my medic
right,
when we
I will-
come back.
So, friends, thank you so much for all the bits.
Thank you
so
so
excited
much.
to see that Tenacious and Suspense and
Yeah.
Apostas, you all caught up and got to watch. That's awesome.
Nice to have you.
We will be back in
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Time is hard. And then we'll be off for most of the month and we'll be back at the end of April. And then we'll be here for probably long enough that you'll be sick of us. We will have a
So,
nice
2
long,
weeks.
Yeah, have a nice long run then. But we will be back in 2 weeks. I will hopefully not be dead, but I'll probably
fine.
look like that guy running the fort.
You got bags for bags.
Aw.
You're not kidding. But awesome that you were all here today. Thank you so much. Patreons, don't forget, hang around. Last Call of Cthulhu is coming up where you'll hear the quotes, you'll hear a haiku.
Oh, shit.
You'll hear a quality, well-crafted,
In 2 seconds.
the kind of haiku that someone has spent hours carefully crafting.
Get ready to weep. Weep at
Yeah.
how much it reaches
Pathos.
the
Blood,
soul.
blood, skin, blood. Skin, blood, blood.
That's
Hey,
scam.
don't give away the secrets.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Keep the secret sauce for the secrets.
What rhymes with dark?
Oh God, just start wearing pants again.
Please.
Why don't you?
For all of our sakes, please.
And Wednesday, stick around for the Redacted Reports live talkback, the post-game show for
For lucky season 8.
Lucky Season 8. Remember, it's an even one, so it was a good one.
Nothing bad happened this season, right?
Right?
Sure, let's go with that.
All right.
Yeah. I think things are going to turn out all right for
How's
those
Rowan
kids.
doing?
I'm not saying. Someone isn't caught up yet.
I've been listening.
Yeah, I know.
I'm also writing a haiku. Shut up.
Redacted reports.
Goodbye, Internet friends.
Bye.